Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KHTK-HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
It's Friday, and that's great and everything, but we got to see how our guys doing. Kyle Draper, remember, we're trying to have fun today because it's Friday, damn it. Yes, and Kyle Draper with a tooth extraction yesterday. You all right?
No, I'm not feeling good, fellas. I'm not feeling good.
Why are you here?
Nah, because, well, Jose and Chris Verlade texted me the ratings from yesterday, and so I found out we were struggling. So, no, but honestly, you like that, right? You had to know that was coming, right? That's a great question, Jay. Why am I here? That's a good. I don't know the answer. And I was thinking as I was getting ready to start this show and the open was playing, I'm like, I only know how to go one way, and that's go hard.
Yeah.
Like, I can't show up and be 70% of Drapes, if you know what I mean, Whitey. Like, I only know how to be 100% me.
Right.
And so I'm a little nervous here, man. You and Jay may have to carry the show. Mm-hmm. Just, use me in clutch situations.
Wouldn't be the first time I've had to do that. Let's be honest. No, but I was worried about you yesterday, and I was surprised to get your text. It's like, hey, can't come in today. Getting a wisdom tooth extracted, that's a big deal. So that's a surgery.
Yeah, and I should have gave you guys a heads up, but I didn't even know when I walked into the dentist office. I have 4 dentist appointments lined up.
Left his charger.
Dude, what's that, from the iPhone 3 or something? Look at that old charger you got there, the little square block. I got 4 dentist appointments set up.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't sure which one it was for.
Oh, okay.
Was it for the deep cleanings? Was it for cavities? Was it, and I get there and they're like, all right, so we're going to have the consult and then we'll do the same day extraction. I'm like, huh?
Time out.
I'm like, what? And so, yeah, man, it was quick. They yanked that thing out pretty quickly, but, they got to move the gums around a little bit, wiggled it a little bit and everything. And then they popped that thing out. And, at first, I was okay, just because, you got the numbing medicine and everything. Mm-hmm. But it was rough sleeping last night. And honestly, about an hour or two ago, it was throbbing.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, let me load up on some Advil and
Which
Tylenol.
side is it on?
Upper left side, upper left. So I already had 4 taken out. I had an extra one, believe it or not. I had 5 wisdom teeth, big fella. And so this one, they said, all right, let's get this one out. So I'm playing hurt today. It's about 80% drapes. I'm going to try to, keep it within a certain percentage here.
Jay and I know that Kyle was on some serious pain medication last night because a little after 7, we got a text from him that said Trey Lance is better than Brock Purdy. Oh, man.
That's when I knew he was still off that laughing gas.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie, big fella? Where's the lie? You got to admit, my guy Trey Lance looked good.
He looked good in the first preseason game.
He looked really
Are you going to do this today?
Yes. Okay. Because if he would have looked bad, people would have been like, this guy don't deserve a shot and everything. So you got to give him his props, Jay. He looked as good as he could look, I think, in a first preseason game.
It's nice to see.
I don't know. And you guys have seen Trey Lance more than me, being around here and, your 49ers fandom, if you will. But he looked poised back there.
He did.
He looked like
a little slowed down.
Yes, that's what I thought. I'm like, he looked like an NFL quarterback back there. And I didn't know if it was the protection, it was preseason or what, but he looked relaxed back there. Mm-hmm. Not like, jittery or anything like that. I thought he looked great last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you imagine the pleasure Jim Harbaugh would get out of reviving the career of the 49ers of chosen
QB. Yeah. They couldn't figure it out there,
but massive failure there for the 49ers. And then Jim Harbaugh comes in and you see him patting him on the shoulder pads when he came out. Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes. How about that, man? No, he looked good. And, for the first time, I looked at him and said, okay, I see the potential there. And honestly, fellas, I know he's been in Dallas, San Francisco, and everything, but we've seen it around the league. Quarterbacks flame out in their initial spot. And, a lot of times we're so quick to label a guy a bust or anything like that. Remember, he was young coming in too. And like you said the other day, Whitey robbed of his COVID year and everything like that. And so, especially with quarterbacks playing 35, 40 years old now, Trey Lance still got a lot of time left.
Jay, do you want to tell him about, preseason, how it doesn't mean that much, or do you want me to tell him?
I'll let you go. You got this one.
Nobody's saying, even though Tirico talked about getting his bust in Canton and everything like that. And I'm like, hold up, boys. But no, he looked great, man. He looked great. And I thought it was a perfect time to take a shot at Brock Purdy. Because when it's all said and done, what if Trey Lance was actually the better QB?
Why? But why Brock Purdy of anyone? Because
y'all don't care about anybody else in the league.
Quarterbacks in the league, and you would have picked about Brock Purdy.
I'm trolling you guys. I'm trolling, man. I'm trolling.
That would be very impressive if Trey Lance were to win the backup job there. And he's got a leg up, obviously.
Yeah, right.
That would be huge.
That would be massive. That would be massive. And here's the thing about last night. He did everything he was supposed to do to state his case. We'll see how it is going forward. But right now, I'm giving him an A grade after last night.
Who's he competing with? Taylor Heineke?
Yeah, that dude. Come on. If you can't beat out Taylor Heineke, you might not deserve to be in the league, Trey. But he'll be fine. He looked good last night.
Yeah. I don't know how much of the game you watched, and I don't know what kind of condition you were in.
I tell you, big fella. That's a good question.
What did you think of the virtual first down? Did you see any of that where they used the
I saw a little bit of it. I don't know. I still don't get it, to be honest with you, in terms of, all right, the lineman still has to spot the ball at the correct spot, right?
Yeah, right.
I thought it was cool and everything to see him, it's like the, the Cyclops in tennis where they, have the, virtual look at it. I thought that was cool, but I don't know, man. A little too much technology, if you ask me.
Yeah, I thought I would hate it. I like, one game's like, okay. I mean, it seems like maybe it's more accurate. You're right. They should be able to, all comes down to the spot. As they always say, it's going to depend on the spot.
Right.
It always does.
Which leg does he use?
Yeah. Somebody should be able to measure at some point. They should always know, not just for first down, but they should always know now if they have that technology where the ball is. I just don't know if they're going to use that.
Right. And I wonder, too, with my brotherly shove, will this help or hurt us? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times they're all in there scrummed up and, a guy uses his right foot to, mark it. Does that give us an extra half yard or something like that?
Listen, this is a good time to be an Eagles fan. On top of the Super Bowl, you got Micah Parsons of one of your rivals saying, I want out. You got Terry McLaurin on one of your rivals saying, I want out.
dude, the division is in upheaval.
Right. And the Giants are still the Giants.
And exactly. And the Eagles are just sitting back. All is good. No A.J. Brown drama or anything like that. We're feeling good. And so, no, this is awesome. Like, if Michael Parsons gets traded, put the fork in the Dallas Cowboys. They are done. They're already pretty much done, but they are out of it if Michael Parsons gets traded. Did you see his long post and everything? He wrote a letter to Cowboys fans and everything.
I was just reading about that whole situation. It seems very strange. And I guess that's how you make a lot of money, is by watching every dollar. But NFL owners quibble over these relatively small amounts, right?
Yeah.
With some of these players.
Billion-dollar industry, billions on top of billions.
And I know you got to manage the cap and everything, but it's freaking Micah Parsons.
Right. And what is he, 26, young? And, he wants his agent to represent him, which I understand. And Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, Stephen Jones, don't want to negotiate with the agent.
I think you have a legal right to representation.
Well, I'll tell you this. I know from the TV business, there are some news directors around the country that won't negotiate with agents. That's just their rule. I don't negotiate with agents.
Right.
Like that shows me you're not negotiating in good faith.
Yes.
You're looking to take advantage of somebody.
My understanding is that someone has a legal right to that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to talk to my agent.
Right.
If not, you're breaking the law. But to your point, Parsons wrote, yes, I wanted, past tense, to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted, past tense, to be a Cowboy and wear the star in my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in sports and make this America's team once again. The team my pops and I grew up cheering for, way up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So he's definitely trying to get the fans on his side. And he's probably succeeding.
Yeah, I tell you, that letter or whatever he wrote, looked like a guy that had already been traded or played his last game.
Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. Wah, wah. That's what he says.
And that's what the Cowboys get. And remember, I used to be a Cowboys fan. I used to, like the Cowboys until Tony Romo came along. But Jerry Jones has, made a mockery of what was once a proud franchise. I happened to tune into you guys yesterday while I was looped up on the whatever drugs they gave me. And I heard Jay mentioning, y'all were talking about the A's. How come no A's dignitaries, or how come no former Cowboys are coming out? Where's Emmitt Smith criticizing Jerry Jones? Where's Michael Irvin? Somebody like that. Troy Aikman, taking shots. Like what Jerry Jones is doing to that franchise, and I understand it's worth billions on top of billions, but it's almost like, think about it. If in the NBA, the Lakers or the Celtics went 30 years without making it to an NBA Finals, like the fan base would be up in arms. That would be blasphemous. He's pretty much run the Cowboys into mediocrity, which is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Very, very, I would say unfortunate, but I delight in it. So
I know,
it's unfortunate if you're a Cowboy fan. Let me ask you a Trey Lance question.
All right.
And I know the Trey Lance saga, there's a long ways to go potentially. Would you guys say, did the 49ers fail Trey Lance or did he fail them? Because no matter what he does from here, he's done with them. And it didn't work out the way he hoped, the way they hoped. Did the 49ers fail Trey Lance or did Trey Lance fail the 49ers?
I'm going to let Jay, if Jay's up for it, Jay take this one. I need to think about it because I don't want to come across as Niners hate from where I'm standing. My initial response was, yeah, they failed him. But let me examine it a little. Let me think about it a little more.
I'm with you, Drapes. I wouldn't say fail because I think there was some circumstances that happened and we're all kind of coming off COVID, and those are excuses. But I kind of said this yesterday. I truly don't know what Trey Lance is.
Right.
And as much as people want to drop in and say, oh, well, he's this and he's that, he's this. Yeah, NFL scouts, GMs, coaches, they're wrong all the damn time. And so I don't truly believe he got a fair shake. And when he did get a quick fair shake, he wasn't the worst. He wasn't the best.
Right.
I consistently always say this. When it comes to recycled quarterbacks, it happens all the time in the NFL. And straight up, there are some trash, terrible QBs that operate in the league. And they've shown that they're not of high quality. I would rather, I'll continue to keep pushing on this. There's no disrespect to who those people are because they've gotten to that position. But if you've gotten an opportunity to showcase your talent over numerous times and occasions, and you've been in the league for 10 years, there's time to move on. You can't tell me there aren't quarterbacks that are coming every year, people playing in all these different leagues around the world who aren't as good as some of these QBs who continuously get jobs. So I will always say, until we see a fair shake value, and it depends on the eye of the beholder, and I said that yesterday, I'll forever say Trey Lance hasn't gotten a fair shake.
I think they failed him in this sense. I think Shanahan didn't want him, had to be talked into getting him. Then they were impatient with him, expected a lot, and then they got impatient. No, we got to move on. And that was just foolish. They rushed him, and they got impatient with him, and they didn't give him a chance to develop.
I'm with you on that. Did not get a chance to develop, like you said. And when I look at the roster that Trey had to deal with, first of all, he didn't get a whole lot of experience. But you throw, and we see it with my boy out there in Philly, Jalen Hurts, who was a fine quarterback, but you throw a Saquon Barkley back there. If you're Trey Lance, you give me Christian McCaffrey in his prime, how will I look then? To Jay's point, I don't know if he ever really got a fair shake, like a fair opportunity. If, how many times do you see rookie quarterbacks, Daniel Jones, Mac Jones out there in New England? They at least get 2 full years.
Easy.
Yeah. But they at least get a couple years to show that they're a bust. Trey Lance ain't even get that. He got a handful of games.
Yeah, because for Shanahan, it was like, we got to win now.
Yeah.
We got to go to the Super Bowl now.
Right.
And I think they expected too much from him.
Yeah, I agree. And, like I said, his first year, they were handing off, and no offense, to Elijah Mitchell and Debo was, playing, some running back. And I know he had a tremendous year a few years ago at that, split position. But, man, you give Trey Lance the full backing. Kyle Shanahan really believes in him, and a Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
And the defense.
And the defense.
Time,
yeah. I mean, who knows what he turns out to be.
Yeah, and as you said, Jay, there were times, or maybe you said it, Drapes, there were times when he played and he wasn't horrible.
Right.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he got
remember in Arizona, and he had to start, and they kept running him, and he just kept running him into the line, and he got hurt.
I mean, that was part of the reason why the ankle. But he for whatever had a misfortune with the Chicago game. Like, that was tremendous. It was a monsoon, right?
Yeah.
So you really couldn't get the fair shake on that. And then he played a few games, and then, of course, he broke his ankle or fractured his ankle, whatever. But I truly believe, and Drape's, you're spot on, if you're going to invest that type of those type of assets into a quarterback like Trey Lance, you at least give him a year or two. I mean, look at Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Caleb Williams. There's a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is being questioned at this point after taking his team to the playoffs, but also missing him and getting paid.
I think in some ways Shanahan did with Trey Lance just what he did with Jimmy Garoppolo, which was he was in on him for a while, and then I'm out.
It's not my guy.
Once he was out, it's like he had no chance.
Well, think about it, though. Of the guys you mentioned, Trey Lance's leash was much shorter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And, it's shocking, and you could be 100% right, Whitey. But if that's the case, dude, y'all invested a number 3 pick overall, traded up future draft picks to get him. And I understand maybe that wasn't his call. It wasn't his. But damn,
it was his call.
It wasn't.
Hell yeah.
He wanted Trey Lance?
He got talked into it, I think.
You think? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
it
like,
was up to him.
But if it's up to him, he'd rather have Mac, though, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He got convinced that.
Yeah.
At least, do you think? I don't want to say he sabotaged it, because that's not the right word. But was he looking at Trey Lance's side like he didn't believe in him right from the jump, you think?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you'd have to think if he allowed himself to get talked into it, he's like, okay. But it didn't seem like it took long before he felt like, nah. And you could see if you weren't all in on something, you got talked into it, and it didn't go well. It's human nature. Like, I was right all along. I knew it. I knew he wasn't our guy.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you something, fellas, because I've always felt this. Prior to Brock Purdy, and I'm still not sure if that's his guy, but has Kyle Shanahan had his guy since maybe Matt Ryan?
I don't know. It seems like
or Kirk Cousins, maybe.
There's always somebody else that he's interested in that they don't get.
Who's his guy?
Whisperer, but he doesn't really do a great job with his quarterbacks.
Who's the one that you can point to and say, yeah, I think he was all in on that person?
Honestly, Brian Hoyer.
Oh man, come
damn.
on.
No, I think he loved him.
He does love Brian Hoyer.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he just want to bring him back to be a
serious.
backup.
Yeah.
Was Kirk Cousins? Is Kirk Cousins that person? Because
Yeah.
we heard he had a love affair, not romantically, but a love affair towards Kirk Cousins, even when he was a free agent and he wanted to go after, go get him for his services. I don't know.
What happened with the Brady situation, Tom Brady's? Was Shanahan out on that, or is that
Shanahan
why?
Again, he was the one, bottom line, it came down to his call. Even though Lynch is the GM, Shanahan's running the show. Shanahan's the one that hired Lynch. So don't get confused just because, he's a head coach and the other guy's a GM. Shannon making the decision. So they met and they decided that they were going to stick with Jimmy because they'd just been to the Super Bowl.
Absolute stupidity.
Yeah.
Just absolute stupidity, bro.
And when he was on the barbershop and Tom Brady said, they decided they're going to stick with this.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that's what they were talking about?
He talking about Jimmy. Yeah. I know Ryan Fitzpatrick has said, I think he was talking about me.
Right.
I don't think so.
And in reality, he was talking about Shanahan. Like Lynch was all in. From all accounts, Lynch was, sign me up. I flew out here. He spoke to Tom. It was a go. Took that information back to Shanahan. He's like, yeah, I'll take Jimmy G. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Could have had a bowl.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's interesting because Shanahan has said he learned a lot from that Super Bowl where Atlanta lost when they were up 28-3.
Yeah.
He said, I learned then you got to have a quarterback like that. That's what you've got to have. But I don't know. I don't know. He has a hard time finding his guy. I think Brock Purdy may be his guy.
By default.
And they're so lucky.
Getting lucky. Right.
They are so lucky he fell in their laps. Give him some credit for drafting him. I know, but oh my goodness. Brock Purdy saved the whole operation.
Is his job tied to Brock Purdy now, you think? Like if Brock Purdy fails,
I know what
does that mean
at. I don't think it's that tenuous, but I don't know. This is a big year for him after 6-11.
Yeah.
Don't tell Kyle Draper I said that.
No. 6-11 last year. Easiest schedule in the history of the league this year. You got to win at least 10 games. You got to have at least 10 wins if you're the Niners this year.
By the way, speaking of the 49ers, and I know somebody mentioned it here, all the best to your coworker. I worked with him for a long time, voice of the 49ers. You hear him on the station all the time. He's on with Dave. Greg Papa, stepping away from the microphone because he has a cancer diagnosis, so he's going to focus on his treatment. So an absolute broadcasting legend in Northern California. For a long time, and he's one of those guys. He did the Giants, he did the A's in Oakland, he did the Warriors, he's done the Raiders when they were here, and the 49ers. So we wish him all the best, obviously.
Yeah, this guy has done a little bit of everything, man. He's a true legend. His family, broadcasting legends. His brother Gary Papa, a longtime broadcaster in Philadelphia, actually. And so, no, man, shout out to him.
Right? New York Giants.
Yep.
Bob Papa.
Yep. His brother Gary Papa, rest in peace to him. But no, it's I was thinking about it too, fellas, from a personal standpoint, cancer, it affects everybody. Like either you or somebody has been inflicted with cancer. And so, I know it's a battle Greg's, going to face here and fight, but damn, and he's young as far as I'm 62. That's, I'm 50. I'm like, there's only 12 years difference right there. So shout out to him, man. And as much crap as I give the 49ers, he does a hell of a job on those games. Not only calling it, but his knowledge of the game. Like he's really locked in.
He's talked about that, how when he started doing the Raiders, he said I wasn't very good.
Yeah.
And he studied the game and sat down with Al Davis, and he has learned the game.
Right. And you can tell when you watch him.
Yeah. To your point about cancer, when baseball has that thing during the All-Star game, the stand up to cancer, have everybody in the stadium write down someone that you are standing up for who's affected by cancer. And it's pretty much everybody in the whole freaking stadium.
Yeah, everybody, man. And I'm just looking at, his career. I didn't know he called Indiana Pacers games.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 80s, and went to Syracuse which is obviously one of the top broadcasting
Spurs
schools.
too, didn't he? For a
Yeah,
long time?
Spurs in there, A's in there. Oh, he did everything, man. A legend, no doubt, man. I hope he wins this fight, obviously.
Yeah. I think he will. I'm confident that he will. But as we said with, Deion Sanders, when he went public with his diagnosis recently, you got something going on, get it checked. Get it checked as early as possible.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Give yourself the best crack at it.
Still need to schedule my appointment, man. My follow-up. I need to get on that. For sure.
Mm-hmm. So, well, you got other health things you're dealing with now.
Yeah, the tooth is. I'm telling you, man. I'm only about 87% right now. I don't know if you could tell, Whitey. I'm limping through this one.
You seem a little more mellow. It's like, hey, I like this.
You like this drink? You're right.
Press pause.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm out of it, man. I'm letting you guys carry this show.
All right. Coming up here, why the 49ers won't get Terry McLaurin. I know a lot of fans are excited about that. And I got a question about this whole Kuminga thing. And I know we've been over and over it. I think there's something the Kings could do if they wanted to get him, but I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can help us out with that next. Drive Guy, Sacktown Sports.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, is going to be out until late August. Manager Mark Kotze said Clark will probably require a couple weeks from the date of his placement on the IL. Brady Basso, out with that left shoulder strain, is scheduled to throw 20 pitches upcoming in batting practice. He had been pulled off of his rehab assignment in mid-June. That was your Sacktown Sports injury update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. It's Alan Stiles here. You injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Great conditions, a fun layout, and unbeatable value. Timber Creek and Sierra Pines are Sacramento's #1 rated golf destination. With 27 holes, a spacious practice facility, and professional instruction, there's always a way to improve your game. Planning a tournament or corporate event, they offer customizable packages and award-winning catering to make your event effortless. Timber Creek is easy to find in Roseville, but hard to forget. Book your round today at timbercreekgc.com or call 916-774-3851.
Saturday, August 9th, it's the Night of Champions at Stockton 99 Speedway with a huge fireworks show. Meet past champions during the exclusive autograph session. Then buckle up for pro late models, mini stocks, and more. Tickets start at $20. Get yours now at stockton99.com. Be there.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Well, by his standards, Lawrence Butler isn't having the kind of season he expected, but still, Lawrence is just 25, and he's only played the equivalent of 2.5 seasons in the minor leagues. And now he's on a pace to become the first athletic since Coco Crisp back in 2013 to go 20-20, 20 homers and 20 stolen bases.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140
or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Maybe it's the pain medication. Maybe it's just the way he played last night. But Trey Lance is first and foremost on Kyle Draper's mind today. He looked good last night. As good as, like you said, he looked about as good as you could look.
Yes, I thought, his poise in the pocket, some of the touch passes that he made, the one
touchdown pass on the
run.
on
the run. Yeah. He looked like an NFL quarterback, I thought, last night.
Yeah. So we were talking about whether or not he got a chance. Somebody in the chateau says, if he didn't get a chance and Jamarcus Russell didn't get a chance.
Nah, come on.
Jamarcus Russell got a chance.
He got a chance.
And that brings us back to Greg Papa, because Greg Papa, all the best to him, dealing with a serious health issue. Greg Papa is the one that told the story on the radio of when the Raiders knew that Jamarcus wasn't the guy for them. Have you ever heard that story?
No.
When they sent him home after practice, they said, we noticed some things. We want you to look at some coverages here. They sent him home with some DVDs. We want you to take a look at these and tell us what you think tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so he comes back the next day, goes, yeah, that's good. That's interesting. I got it. Well, there's nothing on the DVDs.
Oh, really? They intentionally set him up.
And that's how they
knew. He fell for the bait.
Hey, this guy's not really doing his homework.
Damn. Yeah. And I think he started like 31 games in his career or something like that. I just looked up, Trey Lance started 6, I think, or something like. Yeah. Trey didn't have a chance. Jamarcus had a chance.
He did. Yeah. Man, he had an arm. I think he beat the Broncos in Denver once.
Did he really? One of his highlights?
Few moments, but he just wasn't as committed to the game as a quarterback needs to be.
Yeah, his last year with Oakland, 48.8% completion percentage.
That's not good, is it?
That's not bad. I mean, that's not good.
That's like Jalen Hurts number.
Oh, come on, man. You're talking about a former MVP contender, Jalen Hurts.
I know,
but
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Super Bowl winning. Can't never take that away from him from now on. So,
Jay, how about Terry McLaurin? He has requested a trade. The 49ers jump on that? Terry McLaurin, 23.2 million annual average, ranks outside the top 15 at wide receiver. He wants more money. Washington not interested in giving it to him, at least not yet. 82 catches last year, 13 touchdowns, and he says he wants a trade. And the 49ers need receivers. There you go.
Sign me up. Come on, Drapes. Here we go. Man. Don't be negative,
I'm not.
Nick.
Negative Nick. There are, let me count. Carry to 1. 30 other teams in the league in those markets on sports talk radio today. Oh, we should get Terry McLaurin.
Not the Eagles.
That's why I said 30, big fella, because we don't need him. We don't need him. We're set at wide receiver. We're at A-OK. We stacked that wide out. No, it would be a great move if the Niners could get him.
And they have the space.
They got the space. What would you give up, though?
Brandon Ayuk.
And because you got no offense, Jay. Ayuk's coming off the injury, big fella. If this was last year, maybe you could, but coming off the injury.
See, that's what I wonder, just what you just said, because I've seen a lot of people playing, armchair GM, which we all do. Say, trade Ayuk for McLaurin. It's like, why? How can you trade an injured guy? Why is a team going to take on a guy coming off major knee procedure?
Exactly. Like, how much is McLaurin worth? Third rounder? Second?
Probably a second.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to get it done. I don't think he's going to be available. And I know he says, I want out, but they need him. And they're trying to do something this year.
You got a young quarterback.
Yes.
Like you said, they're trying to do something this year. They'll come to something. I mean, hell, it's only August 1st.
Right.
When did Ayuk and them agree? It was late, right? Like that week.
How many NFL trade demands have we had already this year?
Right.
Just the last few weeks. Juwan Jennings, now Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
So I think we sometimes tend to overreact to the trade demand.
Right.
And really, that's just one of the steps in
that's like a negotiating tactic, right?
Yeah.
Trade me, No, exactly. And to your point, if you're Washington and you lose that guy, you can kiss your NFC East hopes, championship hopes or what.
They're probably the favorites in that division, aren't they?
Yeah, depending on if you're talking to Niners fans, they're the favorites. Everybody else understands it's Philly or bust out there. But no, it'll get done. This is, like you said, this is just part of a negotiating tactic. This is the playbook, if you will, negotiations 101 in the NFL.
It seems like I want to trade really means I'm really unhappy. You know?
Right.
That's what it means.
Exactly.
Want to get paid.
Yeah. Teams don't have to it's not a, the teams don't have to honor it. It's just a request. So
let me ask you this though.
That'd be great if they got him, but I don't think
if
they don't need him. Ricky P, baby.
I was going to ask you. Every time a wide receiver comes up, we should get him here in San Francisco. Does that mean you're unhappy with your wide receiving core as currently constructed?
It's just slightly muddled right now. That's all. It's just a little murky. I think it's going to be great.
Right.
But you don't have a lot of guys right now that have proven their
right.
Well, you don't have anybody right now that's proven their number one receiver yet. But I don't know about Jay or Ricky P. And I know that Matthew Barrows was just writing about this. Had a big game against the Lions. He's great against man coverage. This is his bust out year. Couple games in, and we'll be saying, "Who's McLaurin? We don't need him."
Like Jay don't even believe that. Look at it.
I actually think they don't believe in Brandon Ayuk. I think they're looking for a bona fide number one receiver. I think they're happy with the tricky Ricky P's and the Jawan Jennings. I'm not sure they truly believe in Brandon Ayuk as being a number one, and then coming off the injury as well. Yeah. I think all the receipts kind of show. Little iffy with him.
I don't say this accusingly at all, but you don't believe that, right, Jay?
No. Yeah. I think he's a number two.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any potential number one on the roster?
I think Pearsall's close.
Come on, Jay.
I think Pearsall's close.
That's why they drafted him where they did.
I'll tell you why. Because I think he's a possessional guy.
Come on, Jay.
No, seriously. I think he's a possession guy.
He's a broke Julian Edelman, if you will. No, I'm joking.
That's pretty good.
No.
I think
top of your head,
if you look at number one wide receivers around the league, are they more take the top off or are they more possessional?
To me, the real number ones are both.
Do both.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like take the top off possession guys.
Yeah.
You throw it deep to them, there's a good chance they're going to haul it in.
And
what is he, a Torrey Holt kind of guy, you think? You know,
I don't know, Drapes. I truly don't know where he sits, because last year they ran a few, X routes with him and, sent them deep a little bit, and he showcased that. But I think coming in, he's more of a, 15 to 25 yard guy. Like he wants to live in the middle.
To me, Jay, what you said about Ayuk is really interesting, because it's possible that Shanahan kind of botched that too.
Yeah, very true.
What, the Ayuk negotiations? Yeah.
Yes. Maybe they should have traded him when they could have.
Right. They should have let him go, right? Like, because there were the reports. Pittsburgh, Washington was a team mentioned. They probably should have.
Maybe.
Hindsight's 2020. You didn't know he was going to get hurt and all this, but damn.
Yeah, because Shanahan, again, blinded by what? We got to win the Super Bowl this year. And I don't know if you followed that closely, Drace, but they didn't. They didn't win the Super Bowl last year.
How close did they get? I can't,
Not close. By 49ers
I'm going to be
standards,
insufferable this season, guys. I'm telling you.
You were supposed to
right?
You've earned it. You've earned it to a degree.
No, but when you guys start off 5-0, 6-0, I'll temper it down a little.
I know you're terrified of a quick start.
It's
by the 40. That's why you've been saying for weeks. They start 7-0. I don't want to hear about it.
I'll tell you what, though, Whitey and Jay. Before the season starts, I'm gonna be, because that's my time. Once y'all get it 5-0, 6-0, and my team starts out 4-2 or something, I lose a little bit of the bragging rights. So,
right. You lose a little
leverage, if you will. Yeah. So until we'll see, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys should be, like I said, 10 wins minimum. 11 wins. Like, it's easy schedule way.
That's as my buddy John Dickinson says, with this schedule, 10 wins is like price of admission.
Right. Exactly. Anything less than that. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, they're good for 13 easy.
But who do we have on last week? Was it Stink, or I can't remember who it was?
Yeah, we have Slaverthon.
That said, the Niners will be judged. Well, they said that about the Eagles. But the Niners also. It's like, I need to see the playoffs. You're going to be 12-5, 13-4, if you will.
Yeah.
But you got to prove it in the playoffs.
And that was Vic Tafer that said it this week.
Yeah, Vic Tafer. Yeah, about the Eagles too. Yeah.
So I was giving you a hard time about the over-under. He goes, hey, they don't care.
They don't,
the regular season over-under.
Yeah.
Because he knows they're going to win maybe 11, maybe 10, maybe 9.
I don't care how many we win, Whitey. As long as we get in, I take us against anybody. We did something the Niners didn't do. Beat Patrick Mahomes and beat him handily.
My headphones aren't working. Hello? Couldn't hear that. How about this from Jared Williams? The strength of schedule is based on last year, though. Doesn't mean anything for this year.
Nah, come on.
I mean, there's some truth to that,
It's
but overall,
some truth,
it's still
but-
going to be an easy schedule.
Right. It's still, I mean, like I don't think, and conversely, when teams are playing the Niners, I don't think they're looking at the Niners and saying, oh, they were 6-11 last year. It's going to be easy. The reason why the Niners schedule is easy is because we expect these teams to be average at best or below average. And so, take it, enjoy it, Niners fans. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not,
The 49er quarterbacks, by the way, had a great day of practice yesterday. But it is my personal rule never to give the passing stats from workouts.
Now, let me ask you this real quick, because I know we talked about it last year. I know how we feel about preseason. I know reporters have to put out content. But why that? Like I'll see videos. Oh, look at this pass this person threw. Dog, it's 7-on-7. Ain't no rush coming your way. What do you expect? It's like it's. I know we got to put out content out there, but
I think people must like it. Some fans must like it.
Some fans eat that up.
Yeah,
if you will.
It sounds like you want those numbers. I'll see if I can get.
Yeah,
those
I'm
for
sure.
you.
Yeah.
49er passing numbers yesterday. Also, I got a question for you guys about the Kings and Kuminga. Could they do this if they wanted? Next on Sacktown Sports, of course.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing. Oh, hey. More like Mira joyed that Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects. Ooh, how does it work? It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came back to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 while supplies last.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hot Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Thank you for being with us, and thank you to Kyle Draper, not only for coming in today after you got the wisdom tooth extracted yesterday, but for solving during the break a mystery that's been just plaguing me for days. Been watching a lot of baseball lately, and there's a product that is advertising with MLB Network, and I keep seeing this commercial. Bradley Cooper's in it. And I didn't know what the product was. I didn't understand it. And it's something called Talenti. And he has these people, and they have this jar, and Bradley Cooper sits and goes, "It's good, huh?" And to me, it just looks like a jar of goo. And I'm like, why? I don't know what it is. Why do I want that? And Drapes explained to me what Talenti is, so thank you.
Yeah, I had to do a deep dive. Just put it in the Google machine. That's all you had to do, Whitey. All you had to do is pull out your phone, type in Talenti. It's a gelato and sherbet.
Okay.
Like a cold treat, if you will.
All right. Yeah, it's not clear. They don't take it out of the ice box or anything. It's just people with this jar, something like,
I wonder if they do that on purpose. So you'd be like, I wonder what Talenti is, and actually look it up. Google it.
All right. Has anyone had it? Now I'm interested.
Right.
It's like ice cream like, so
weigh in.
Talenti.
I will say,
it's a glass
getting the
jar.
wisdom tooth out yesterday.
Yeah.
Had some ice cream.
There you go.
Made a homemade milkshake.
Oh, you didn't drink out of a straw, did you?
No, did not.
Okay.
They say don't drink out of the straw. I know it's killing me, but it just made me think. Oh, I got more ice cream at home. So I'm gonna have that for dinner. So I had a milkshake for lunch yesterday.
Let's guess, vanilla.
Of course. What's wrong with that?
Gee, what? You get any milkshake. You're like, you got the pass. I have an extracted wisdom tooth. I have the pass. I can have a milkshake. Of course, yeah. What do you want? Any milkshake.
As somebody in
Neapolitan,
San Diego told me, vanilla is the base for all the flavors, basically.
Yes.
Cookies and cream, you got to have some vanilla in there, right? Cookie dough, got to have some.
But there's a reason why you add the cookies and cream.
Right. Water is the base for a lot of different drinks.
Water's the base of all drinks.
Right. That's why you add the Kool-Aid to it, huh, Jay? Is that what you said?
Drop a pack in there.
Right.
Whatever you like.
Dude, I got a half gallon of vanilla sitting at home. Matter of fact, I might hit my boy Michael.
Vanilla bean?
At Leatherby's. Yeah, vanilla bean.
Okay, at least she spiced it up.
Yeah, vanilla bean.
Anything about that. That was a whole thing.
No, I mean, not for you guys. Maybe my boy Michael at Leatherby's. Giving another shout out there, can swing by with a vanilla milkshake for your boy.
You've earned it.
I really have. Dude, I'm in some pain right now. Like, I don't know if you could tell. I'm not myself.
Don't you have like a Tylenol or something? Seriously, you should have something.
Nah, I just took some like an hour ago, though. I'm I'm about to take some more next commercial break, but I got it in my bag. I just feel a little, I don't know.
Let us know when you take it so we can see if it affects you.
I'm worried about taking it, though, man. Who knows what I'll say then, though? You know what I mean? Get looped up and everything. I don't want to lose my job here at Bonneville. Come on now.
You got to, like we said. It's like with the milkshakes. He's playing hurt.
Can you DoorDash a milkshake or no?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I would think so.
Yeah,
but by the time it get here, is it kind of jacked
I don't
up?
know if it's a smart
I
play.
might
Have some kind of icy box contraption for it to keep it cold. I don't know.
Yeah, my wife does it with Jack in the Box. She likes them cookies and cream joints.
Really?
Yeah, night, man. Sometime I look up.
You guys want anything? I'm a DoorDash.
You
need
don't
anything?
need anything, man.
No, I'm getting me some, but if you want some, and I know Whitey doesn't eat or drink, well, unless it's.
Well, I could always go for a milkshake.
What you got there, big fella?
This is just coffee.
Are you getting a milkshake?
Who drinks coffee at $2.49?
It's cold, ice
cold brew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it at home?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I didn't make it.
It doesn't matter. It came out the
was
Gleason
made at home.
household,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Manny Too Legit says he wants a milkshake. That's what I'm gonna do.
Add us all up on.
I know. I was about to
take
say.
one.
I did.
I don't want vanilla though.
Dude, shoot me a text of your flavor. You probably one of those people that get it from Starbucks. I need the.
I don't drink
Starbucks.
Nope.
3 shots
I don't drink
of this.
coffee, so that
Okay.
I'm out on that.
All right.
But I would rather something mixed in than
Yeah,
vanilla.
let's get one after this, big fella. Next break, let's order one. Let's order one.
That boring water-based milkshake.
Bro, you gotta understand, I got spice in every other part of my life, so I need something to counterbalance it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
My
That's a
life
good
is
point.
spicy.
That's a good
So,
point.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. I got a question for you guys about the Kings and Kuminga. Could they do this? There's probably a million reasons why they wouldn't or won't, but could they do this? Could the Kings, they don't have cap space to make an offer, right?
Correct.
Yeah. The Warriors, by the way, don't have any cap space.
Correct.
So if someone were to make him an offer, extend an offer sheet, they couldn't match it.
No,
they
the
don't-
Warriors can.
But they don't have cap space.
No, but there's their own. They got bird rights. Their own free agent. They can go up. They don't need cap. They can re-up their own free agent, if you will. Yeah, yeah.
I was looking at today. My understanding was if you don't have cap space, you can't match the offer. But okay, could the Kings do this then? And the Warriors would probably just match. But could the Kings say waive and stretch one of their big contracts and create enough cap space to make an offer, to put an offer sheet to Kuminga? Like I said, there's probably a million reasons why they wouldn't, and they probably won't. But in theory, could you waive and stretch one of your big contracts so you'd extend that payment and then that player would no longer be with you in order to create cap space enough so you could, all right, here you go, Jonathan Kuminga, here's our offer.
Well, hasn't that been floated out about DeRozan? Wasn't that spoken about?
Has it been?
A little
That's
bit,
what I'm
yeah, like,
thinking
DeMar
about,
could
yeah.
be stretched out, the 20-some-odd million of deals, or 24, whatever. Stretch them out
25 over 2, although it's not a fully guaranteed next
on the
year.
back, second year.
Yeah.
I got to look at their cap situation. Sorry.
That's all right. I
Yeah.
know it's very complicated, but it's something I've been wondering about. I saw somebody on X threw that out, and I thought, that's what I've been wondering. And again, it doesn't seem like it's something they'd be interested in. They probably would just rather those big contracts, they expire in the next year or two, and then they get off of them.
Right.
But just looking at all different ways you could approach this, I've been wondering if they could do that.
Well, first of all, let's call it what it is. You got to have an owner that is willing to write off a check for somebody that's not going to play. Say, here, I'm going to still pay DeMar all his money.
Correct. Yes,
and
I
don't get anything for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a look here. I'm on the
other thing is,
track right now.
if you did that and you waive somebody to create the cap space, then you make the offer, you extend the offer, and the offer's not accepted, then you don't get
that guy back. Right.
You go, never mind, come on home.
Right. Yeah, I'd have to I don't think we have.
What got me thinking about it is I remember one year it was Jeremy Lin.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it was when he left the Knicks to go to the Rockets, or the Rockets to the Lakers, or the Lakers to the Rockets, but somebody, and I thought it was Houston, they put in a poison pill clause.
Yeah.
Where they put something in the offer sheet that they knew the other team can't match it.
Yeah, I thought it was the last year or something like that. Or they paid him like $25 million.
Yeah, it was something like that. So I've just
Yeah.
been trying to think, if the Kings really want Kuminga, is there any way they can cobble together enough cap space to make an offer, maybe with one that they knew the Warriors wouldn't want to match. I'm sure they've thought of that, but I was just wondering if it's even theoretically possible.
Yeah, what's the
First Coast says if you waive and stretch him, you double the contract length and divide the money. Yeah, I think that's if you do
my
it by
boy
August
Marcus
31st.
weighing in. Yeah.
You have
Marcus
to do it by
weighing
August
in.
31st.
Yeah, but I'm not sure in terms because teams would just do that all the time, right? Like that would be,
Well, some teams do it. We've seen a lot of teams do it this
well, not a lot. Maybe like 3. Like you could do we got a chance to get KD. Let me waive and stretch these 3 players or something like that.
Well, that's a great point. When teams do it, it's typically because they think we have to get this guy who's going to help us maybe win a championship.
Right. But, and like Milwaukee, for instance, they did it with Dame Lillard because they didn't feel like Dame fit. I need to look at what's the salary cap tax level. You know what I mean? Like how much are the Kings above the tax? And I don't know if you can
the first or second apron, or where you at?
No, it's the tax, then it's the first apron, and then the second apron.
So it's what, 154?
Which the Kings are above, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would have to get under the cap, which is the first apron, right? Create enough money that you could then offer. And you still, to the texter's point, you still have to pay whoever it is. I don't want to say DeMar. It could be DeMar, but not necessarily. So you still are paying them, but just a lesser amount for this year. So it's probably too tricky to do, even if they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering if it's even a possibility.
Yeah. According to Spotrac, the Kings are above the salary cap.
Which is 154.
It's 154 for sure, Jay? That's the number.
154.647.
Yeah, according to Spotrac, the Kings are at 184.
The luxury tax threshold, what you're talking about, is at 187.
Right. So we're
right there.
We're below the luxury tax, but we're above the cap. So to get that cap space, you got to get. You need to drop 30 million or so. Yeah. So I don't even know if
so
that
would
would
be
work.
Zach. You'd have to do Zach Levine, which would be tricky because one of those years is an option year,
right?
For him,
and you got to be like, all right, I'm gonna write this check.
Right.
I feel like most teams do that, not for the current year. It's flexibility going forward.
I think you're right.
You know what I mean?
It's typically not done in this situation.
Right. Exactly. You're trying to find a way, huh?
I was just wondering. I thought of it. And I don't even know if they could do that.
From what I've seen, and I could be wrong, I think I've seen, the Bobby Marks, the Keith Smiths of the world, the Eric Pinkett's say they could, and I believe it was DeMar. You stretch DeMar, that clears 20 some odd million or close to, depending on what else you have to, the dead cap space. And then you would have to, the trade, of course, would be the Devin Carter, the Sarge. You would have to dump another 5, 7, 8, 10 million. And I think that's where you're getting to. You put Sarge and you put Devin Carter. Now you're at 10. You drop DeMar. There goes your 30 million, something of that nature.
Gotcha.
And how much are you signing Kuminga at? The 363?
According to Sam Amick, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 for 63.
If you're the Warriors, you match that, right?
Yeah, well, that's why and it sounds like you're right, but I was looking it up, and there was some question from what I looked up as to whether they can match if they're over the cap, but it didn't take into account bird rights. So anyway, more on that. Not a lot more on that because the numbers you get that ice cream headache. But we also have Anthony Tolliver coming up a little after 3, and we'll look at why the Kings and Kuminga and the Warriors are stuck in the mud. It's coming up with the Drive Guys, so don't go away.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, is going to be out until late August. Manager Mark Kotze said Clark will probably require a couple weeks from the date of his placement on the IL. Brady Basso, out with that left shoulder strain, is scheduled to throw 20 pitches upcoming in batting practice. He had been pulled off of his rehab assignment in mid-June. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, Brought to you by DTLA Law Group. It's Alan Stiles here. You injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hot Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
From Athletics Baseball in the Chateau, have you guys addressed the Gilbert Arena situation? No, but maybe that's what happens when you badmouth Sacramento all the time, Drapes. Maybe that's what's going on there. I don't know. Gilbert's free.
saw that.
He's out. He's out of jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to talk sports. I'm in the middle of ordering some milkshakes right now, big fella. Come on now. DoorDash. I'm going to pay like $40 for this milkshake. One for me, one for Jay. You out, right?
No, I said I wanted one.
You do want one?
Yes.
You what?
Yes.
All right. I got to show you the flavors here.
It's like a million of them, too.
See, so I got Jay.
Mint chocolate chip.
Come on. Now, that's basic right there. Mint chocolate chip
Just a vanilla
is
guy.
basic. Mint ice cream. Let me read the flavors, and you tell me if anything suits your fancy. Nutter butter ice cream.
Nope.
Root beer.
No.
Silk chocolate almond milk.
I don't think so.
Butter pecan.
No.
Cake batter. Cheesecake. Chocolate. Classic cookie dough. Coffee. Cotton candy. Dark chocolate. French vanilla. Mango. Mint ice cream. But it doesn't say the chocolate chips, but I can add that in. Orange dreamsicle.
Ooh, now that's it. Wait a minute.
You want me to you want to do orange dreamsicle?
I'll take that instead, champ.
Damn, Jay. Orange dreamsicle. Come on. Like the little push pops back in the
Yeah,
day.
bro.
Yeah.
Come on, you don't leave your roots, man.
Okay.
Face lit up when you said that.
All right, so I got this. All right. No mix-in for Jay. Oreo strawberry sweet cream or vanilla light ice cream. No sugar added. That sounds like perfect for me. It's like, no, I'm not. Give me all the sugar. I want all the sugar. Any whipped topping at all? Anybody want whipped cream?
Yeah.
Okay. Jay, whipped cream?
Come on, brother. You know that.
Okay, yes. All right. Y'all crazy, man. So yeah, that's what I'm working on here. It's man, there's so many options here. This is ridiculous.
Did you get a vanilla?
Oh yeah, I'm getting a vanilla. You know that. I'm definitely getting a vanilla. Why are you looking at me to side eye, Whitey?
Because you're the guy that's a mint chocolate chip. That's so basic.
All right.
Where is this from?
Cold Stone. That's decent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you want the mint chocolate chip, right?
Yeah, please.
All right.
Are you adding something, Drake?
What?
Or are you just going vanilla, pure vanilla?
No, I'm just going pure vanilla.
Did you say vanilla bean on there?
Nah, it's just French vanilla.
Okay, at least go there.
Wow.
What's the difference between French vanilla and vanilla?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I believe French vanilla is smoother, actually.
Okay.
It's a little more silkier, smoother,
All
if
right.
I'm correct. So I got yours there. I got Jay's. Now I'm going to throw mine in.
Drapes is the vanilla connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
I am, man. You know what? Growing up, we used to have Old Philadelphia ice cream. I need to see if they're still in. Best ice cream, better than Breyers. Great stuff. Like, great. They don't have that anymore.
Different flavors of vanilla. It's like the different shades of white when you're going to paint a room white.
Yeah.
Oh, it's eggshell.
Right.
That's beach, That's desert sand. It's white. But
dude, I'm about to pay about $100 for Cold Stone Creamery milkshake. Don't tell me I never did anything for you guys.
Oh, I'm good for it.
Nah, bro, leave your pennies, big fella. I got this.
All right.
I could treat you since I'm gonna cut out early, maybe today or next week anyway. So all right, go ahead.
I used to work with someone who would do that. They'd bring in stuff, that food and stuff, and I knew that. Oh, okay, someone's taking off.
Really? You knew,
next
huh?
Few days,
You knew.
or they're leaving early. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Calling out any names?
No. Nope. The only name I'm calling out is Anthony Tolliver is going to join us.
Yeah, what
Anthony
time is
Tolliver.
Anthony Tolliver? 3:30?
He should be joining us in about 1 minute. If I'm correct. Is that right, Jay? Yeah.
Okay. All right. My bad.
Anthony, no problem. Anthony Tolliver, part of the summer sermons where we step off the beaten path of sports and talk about things that are more important than sports and other aspects of sports. So Anthony Tolliver, who of course was a 13-year NBA veteran, 2 stints with the Kings, Drapes. He was with the Kings 2 different times in his career.
I did not know that.
Yeah, 2016-17, he played 65 games, and he came back in 2019-20 for just 9 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Could shoot the basketball.
And he was
373
tough, hard-nosed player, too. I remember Anthony Tolliver as a player. Tough, hard-nosed gamer, man. Springfield, Missouri. Played for a number of teams, including finishing his career in Philadelphia with my 76ers.
Mm-hmm.
I got to ask him because he played in what looks like the final year after COVID, after the bubble, and then the next year after that. So.
You see what Daryl Morey said about the Lakers championship?
Yeah, that dude's a clown.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a Daryl Morey guy.
I'm not either, but the truth is the truth.
But all the players you talk to, they say how difficult it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how it is. If Daryl Morey's Sixers would have won it, he wouldn't be thinking that way.
Yeah, and he admitted that. He did say, he said, hey, we'd be celebrating. Let's see what our next guest thinks here in Summer Sermons. 13-year NBA vet, as we said, 2 stints with the Kings. Anthony Tolliver, how are you today, Anthony?
Oh, great. How about you guys?
We're good. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it very much. And we hate to ask you such a, kind of a cliche sports question here, but we know that you were in the NBA right around the time of the bubble and everything. And we have Daryl Morey saying, that everybody says that championship for the Lakers, that should have an asterisk because it was in the bubble as somebody was playing at that time. What do you think of that notion, Anthony?
Pretty lame, actually. to say it has an asterisk. I mean, it's a championship. I don't care if it's in the bubble or not. Like you still got to go play the game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's an argument that you can make that is actually harder, right? Yeah. Now, of course, people can say it wasn't like, oh, well, there's no fans to cheer you on and everything else, which is a big part of winning too, right? Like a lot of people say, well, there's no fans, so it's less pressure. It's like, well, there's no fans, so there's also like the ability to create energy is really, really hard with no fans. With fans, like I've been in games where fourth quarter hits, I'm dead, but fans get going and I all of a sudden have a whole nother life, right? Energy wise. And so to be able to sustain that and create that and in the bubble, I mean, it's just, you saw, I mean, some teams struggled and it was like, you could tell those teams were teams that really fed off the crowds. And, obviously LeBron and those guys is like, well, shoot, like, he's like, I'm just trying to win. I don't care. But to me, they were a phenomenal team and you can't take it away from them.
13-year vet Anthony Tolliver joining us. AT, when I look at your career, I see some of your 3-point shooting numbers.
Deadly.
And exactly. And, you started to get them up there. I think you averaged one season in terms of attempts, 4.6 was your high. How do you think you would fare in today's game where it's like the mantra is get them up as many as you can out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have been real happy. I feel like especially the way I was, like I literally just tried to become a chameleon to the circumstance, and that's why I feel like I was able to stick around as long as I did. I was just like, hey, whatever I need to do to stick, whatever I need to do to get another job, like that's what I'm going to do. And so in today's world, a lot of these guys in today's game, I would say on average, right, have more ball handling skills on average. I wouldn't say necessarily are better shooters. They just shoot a lot more, right? Percentage wise and efficiency wise, I can't really say that they're way better shooters than, my generation or whatever, but they just shoot a lot more of those threes. And so, for me, I'm like, I've had people make comments like, oh man, you would have made 3 times more money, 5 times more money in today's world if you had the same skill set and doing the same things. I was like, yeah. I said, but the guys 10 years or 15 years before me said the same thing, right? Like, it's just a part of it, right? You come when you come to the league and you get a chance to, take advantage of whatever you can at the time. And, I'm 40 years old now, so there's no going back. So I wish there was. Shoot, them contracts are crazy, but at the end of the day, it's like, hey man, I'm on to the next things.
Yeah, speaking of that, Anthony Tolliver with us, and I saw you speaking about this on a podcast. A lot of players, a lot of people in all walks of life, they have issues when it's time to step away. We especially see that, understandably, with athletes when it's time to leave the game. Some players have a real hard time with that. And it appears that you're a guy that you were able to gracefully step away from basketball, no regrets, and you moved on to the next thing. How is it that you were able to do that when it's something that some people really struggle with, Anthony?
It is something that I was super intentional about it from the very beginning. Because I was undrafted. I didn't know where my next not literally, but I didn't know where my next meal was coming from, right? Like, I knew I was going to eat actually in real life, but it was kind of like, as far as my career goes, like I never signed like a long-term deal. I never was, oh, this guy's a staple. He'll be here for the rest of his career. I was just never my position. And so I stayed hungry. I stayed disciplined and just stayed really focused on, hey, like, I don't know how long this is going to last. So every year I just continue to save. I continue to invest. I continue to prepare for the end as if it was going to happen after that following year. And so I tell people all the time, I'm like, I just was blessed that I fended off that finish for 14 years, and 13 years in the NBA. And like I said, at the beginning played overseas in the D League, but I got a chance to fend it off for a long time. And so for me, it just became a part of my lifestyle. It was no longer hey, I'm not being intentional with preparing for the end. It's just now that's just how I live my life. Like I don't spend a bunch of money. I don't, I sometimes I have to not invest. Like I have to stop investing so much, because I got used to it, and so I got used to not spending, and I got used to investing. I got used to saving and building and growing. And I'm like, man, I have to enjoy it more. I have to do more things and travel and do things that for my family and stuff like that more. Right. And so, like I said, it just became a lifestyle for me, and it's just something I can sustain for hopefully forever.
It sounds almost Zen, like you were just living in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anthony Tolliver joining us. Hey, Anthony, I got to ask you, man, so many times, we ask former athletes and players, about the game's greats, the LeBrons, Kobe's. I want to ask you, who's a guy that you went against, had to guard or whatever, that maybe people are sleeping on their games, that was a tough cover, a tough matchup, that might not have got the headlines maybe that he deserved?
Antoine Jameson. I don't even think it's close.
I think he should be a Hall of Famer. As far as I'm concerned, I think he should be a Hall of Famer.
Antoine Jameson is one of the most underrated players I've ever played against. And he was just so darn skilled. He could do everything. It was impossible to guard him. I say when people ask me a different question, it's like, well, who's the hardest person you ever had to guard? I would say Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis is first ballot Hall of Famer. He gets the credit he deserves. Like he is who he is. Antoine Jameson is one of those guys that, like, it didn't matter. Like he could do everything. He was super smart. So, and that's kind of another reason for me why he was so hard to guard, was because I tried to be smarter than my opponent. Like I tried to play smarter than my opponent and use my intelligence, my IQ. And it's like, all right, well, that would get, that could give me an advantage over a lot of guys, right? Like, cause like, that's something I've prided myself on, studying, the scouting reports and everything else to where, hey, I know kind of what's going on. Right. And, but he was just one of those guys that it didn't matter. Like, hey, you take his right hand away because he really wants to go right. He spin back and shoot a little floater. All right, well, now you run him off the line. Now he's going past you, dunking it. Now you don't run him off the line, he's shooting a three. Like every level he could score at, and it wasn't just one way. It was just that little push shot floater that he did. That's like nightmares. I had nightmares over those little push shots. Like it's just, there's nothing you can do about it, and just look. You couldn't block it. You couldn't defend it really. And you just have to look up and watch it float right into the basket. I'm like, man, like I can't wait till you retire. So. But yeah, he's the first man that thinks I think of whenever it comes to like an underrated great player.
Anthony Tolliver, nice enough to join us. Anthony, there's been a not a controversy, but something people have been throwing around this week. Mike Bibby on his podcast was talking to DeMarcus Cousins. Mike Bibby suggested, hey, they should retire your number in Sacramento someday. I'm not going to ask how you feel about that, but I am wondering how much you can share with us about what it was like playing with and practicing with and against DeMarcus Cousins.
I would say at moments it was like watching one of the greatest players I've ever seen. He talent-wise, there was a post the other day I saw. It was like, who would you choose in their prime? And it was like a post about DeMarcus, Dwight Howard, Joel Embiid, and like one other player, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the standard fan would look at those four and automatically put DeMarcus last, just because he was, probably the least notable guy on the list. But I saw DeMarcus destroy Joel Embiid. Now, it wasn't at his peak, right? It wasn't at his prime, but I saw it with my own two eyes, right? Like, and that's hard to get out of your brain once you see it, and I saw DeMarcus destroy everybody in the entire league. Like, he was by far the best center in his prime in the league. And I look at even prime Joel Embiid and how he got MVP, everything else. I'm not saying that DeMarcus is better than him, but it's like, if you know and you've seen and you experience DeMarcus's peak, there's an argument. Like, because there's nothing that Joel can do or that he could do at his peak that DeMarcus couldn't do at his peak. I don't think there's a thing that I can think of that Joel was just like, oh, he's night and day better than DeMarcus at that skill.
DeMarcus maybe a better passer?
Yeah, I think DeMarcus was a better passer for sure. Mm-hmm. There's an argument that he's a better shooter, right? I don't know percentage-wise. That's something we could easily chat GPT, right? But it's something you can easily look up and see, like, hey, what was their efficiency? And it's like, how many attempts was it as well, right? Was Joel shooting 1 a game and DeMarcus 4? It's like, well, that makes a big difference too. But to me, it's like playing with him. It was like, man, watching him on a daily basis. It was, it was like you're watching greatness. Now, unfortunately, he wasn't able to sustain that for a very long, like a super long period of time, which I think would have solidified him as a great. But his peak was just as good as anybody's I've ever seen.
Wow.
Ooh, Anthony Tolliver joining us. AT, when I look at your career, I think 10, 11 teams. We just signed a guy, traded for a guy in Dennis Schroeder that sort of, bounced around. And some people, criticize them. You hold that against them. When you look at a guy that's able to stick in the league, 13 years like yourself, Dennis Schroeder, no matter who you play for, do you look at that as a badge of honor?
And I choose to look at that as a badge of honor because I was one of those guys. So I do keynote speeches around the country, right? And I talk to people about that. Where 11 teams, which is tied for like third all time, which is when there's Ishmith is number one, and there's like the cluster of guys at like number two, like 5 guys at number 2. And then there's a cluster of like 6 or 7 or 8 of us at number 3. And so I say all the time, I'm like, well, you could look at that like no one wants him or everybody wants him, right? And I choose the second one because I'm like, every time I was out on the streets or didn't have a job, guess what? I got another job. So somebody wanted me. And so I look at like Dennis, I mean, he's a proven guy, right? There's no need to prove anything to any fan on the planet to say, oh, it's like, why can't he stick? Or, we got another journeyman. It's like, nah, bro, like that. There's a lot of value that comes with that. Cause I can tell you right now, in order to be a journeyman, you have to be a chameleon. Like I said earlier, like that's who I became. Was like, I got to just be able to fit in wherever I can get in, right? Like wherever I'm at, like I'm going to be a player that fits right into a gap that is needed for this team. So guaranteed he's going to come in and fill a role that is needed because that's what happens organically whenever you are a journeyman. Unless you don't want to play. If you want to get on the court, you're just going to do whatever the coach tells you to do. You're going to do whatever you can, right, to get on the court. And that to me is the ultimate team player. Like, why would you not want a guy like that? You want a guy that can fill a gap or any gap that's needed. And those types of guys are guys like Dennis and guys like, where I was playing like myself.
Anthony Tolliver with us. And I know, Anthony, when you were here, you played with Garrett Temple. And one of the most impressive things about anything you did off the floor is something that I believe you did with Garrett Temple and Malcolm Brogdon and a couple other players. Could you tell us about Hoops 2.0 and the wells that you guys got together, raised money for, that were actually built in, I think it was East Africa? Didn't you guys end up raising more money and building more wells than you originally intended to?
Yeah, so that has turned into a whole thing. So I'll tell you, that was kind of one of the origin stories of kind of, one of the things that I do off the court now is I'm the chairman of the board of the nonprofit that was behind all of that.
Okay.
So that escalated pretty quickly, right?
Yeah. Good for you.
So it's called World Serve International. And so at the time I was donating money because it was a great cause, but yeah, I mean, we use our platforms to be able to raise money for underserved communities in mainly sub-Saharan Africa. So World Serve digs borehole wells in a lot of communities that have water scarcity. And, really they've done a great job of creating a model where doing them not only just like in random places in a village, but actually right at the school. Right. A lot of the times kids go to school. Well, a lot of times they skip school because they have to go get water for the family. Well, now if the water is at the school, there's no excuse, right? There's no, hey, well, I can't go to school because I got to go get water. No, you go to school, and when you get done, you bring water home for the family. And so, so we started getting really strategic in where we place them. And, sometimes it takes a little while to kind of like see the statistics and see like the trend up, but I'm sure here in the next couple of years, we're going to be able to look back and see, attendance, right, is skyrocketed and stuff. So, yeah, so it started off there. I mean, really doing that with those guys. Malcolm kind of led the charge. I went to Africa and saw the well that me and my wife sponsored, and it changed everything for me. I was like, oh, this is something I'm doing forever. And this is not a one and done. This is not like me and my kids, we're all going actually together to check out water wells. They raised over $66,000 to build a well themselves. And so we're going to go check out the well that they raise money for next summer. So this is a huge part of our family now and what we do and how we do it, and just kind of like, getting the kids involved. Like, they did it voluntarily. I didn't force them to do that. But yeah, it really did start there though. Just like a seed was planted by Malcolm and those guys, and we just all came together to do something really cool. And now it's, something that I plan on probably doing for the rest of my life.
That's incredible.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Anthony Tolliver. Anthony, you grew up in Missouri. What was your basketball dream? Like, when it was all said and done as a kid growing up, what were your biggest and wildest dreams? And when you look back at your career, not only on the court and like we just talked about, some of the impact you're having around the world, how does that measure up?
Well, I'm a man of faith. And so I tell you what, what I tell people all the time is, if it was up to me to imagine a life and imagine a career and imagine the things I've been able to do, and say, hey, like, what do you think is like realistic? What do you think can happen? What do you want to happen? I would have actually done myself a disservice compared to what has actually happened. I feel like God has opened up more doors and done more for, my life and done in my life than I couldn't imagine. When I was thinking about making it to the NBA, that was my wildest dream. I was like, if I make it for 1 year, right? If I can just make it to the NBA, that would be a dream come true. And if I could stick for 5, 8, even 10 years, like, that would be a dream. And then 13 years later, right? It's just, it far exceeded all my wildest dreams. I dreamed of having 3 kids. I had 4. Dreamed of having a wife that was 5'9". She's 5'9". It's like literally everything I dreamed has come true. Now, I know that that's not normal. Like, I know I'm the exception to the rule, but goodness gracious, like, I couldn't ask for any more. Like, I really couldn't. Like, I've been blessed beyond measure.
That's tremendous. And by the way, Anthony Tolliver, we're going to get that information on how people, if they wanted to, can contribute to help build wells. We'll get that information out to people here, Anthony. But I wanted to ask you before we let you go, you were talking about the bubble and how crowds energized you at times in your career. And I know when you were here, those weren't the best Kings teams we've had, but we do have great fans here. I'm wondering what you remember about playing in front of the Sacramento fans here when you were playing for the Kings.
Oh man, I got asked this the other day. I think it was a podcast or something I was on, and they were like, best fans. And I said, well, to me, it was Bay Area, right? And I said both Golden State and Sacramento. And I say that because honestly, both when I was with Golden State and when I was with Sacramento, it was like, obviously we weren't great. But the fans were phenomenal, and they supported, like, to a level where I was like, man, we're not even very good, but y'all still show up. Y'all still scream and yell. And, like, anytime, even to this day, like, I'm in the Bay, like, I get noticed more in the Bay than I do in my hometown.
Wow.
I'm not joking. Like, to this day. And so it's like people are true fans out there. Like, they are incredible fans, and they, like, once you're one of them, you're one of them, like, forever. Like, it's, oh man, like, there's no going back. Right. Like, it's, I tell a story that I was in San Francisco before the Warriors moved to San Francisco. I was in San Francisco 10 years after I played for the Warriors, and some guy drove by. I was like, yo, Tolliver, welcome home. I was just like, what? Like, that didn't make any sense. Like, that, I was there for 44 games, guys. 44 games, right? But, like, that's just the Bay. Like, that's just the Bay Area, the fans, the people. Like, it was, it stood out like a sore thumb as far as, all of my other fan experiences. It was by far the best.
Yeah. We appreciate your time very much. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we could talk again soon. Thanks, Anthony. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Be good, Anthony.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Anthony
Oh,
Tolliver.
good stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
You know,
He
getting
sounded
recognized.
the way your guy Trey Lance looked in the pocket last night. That whole time's like, yeah,
yeah. I'm cool, calm, collected.
Yeah. You want a story?
No
Let me
sweat.
just throw this bomb.
Yep.
Over the middle. Yeah.
I'm glad we had him on, man. You know, because I remember him as a player. I didn't know about all this stuff he's doing off the field, off the court, if you will. So,
That's
good
amazing.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll get back to the Kings and Kuminga and why this whole thing is stuck and where it goes from here when we come back. Drive, guys. Please don't go away.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. Right now, get a 4-piece GE kitchen suite for under $2,000. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt Max XR 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. Save big with deals that work as hard as you do. Shop Pro Savings Days in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 8/1. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Man, look at that return of the old king, man. Oh, wow. Emotional.
King of the Hill is back.
They got a Bob's in the airport now. Oh, that's Boba.
World has changed, Dad.
Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The vegan? What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
Can't we just put some grass in a bowl?
From Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
Ready to make some memories, Dad?
Let's freaking go.
A Hulu original series, King of the Hill. Season premiere August 4th. Streaming on Hulu.
Save $12,000 off MSRP. Every Silverado half-ton 5.3 at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy. $12,000 off new Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. Excludes work trucks.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Golf.com's Josh Sens offers 5 common golf course maintenance mistakes and tips to correct them. You've hit the green, and to fix your divot, you jam your tool underneath the ball mark and lift the soil, but the right way is to circle the edges of the mark with your tool, gently pulling the turf toward the center. Second, when fixing divots in the fairway, fill it with sand until it's level with surrounding turf, and gently smooth it with your foot. Third, when the course imposes the 90-degree rule, it means to stay on the cart path until you can turn at a right angle to your ball, minimizing wear and tear on the turf. 4, when you're driving on the course, proceed at a modest pace and avoid staked and roped off areas. Avoid sharp turns, wet turf, bunker edges, tees, and greens. The superintendent will applaud you. 5, in a bunker, rake the sand smoothly and exit as you entered from the low side. Tap the sand from your shoes and leave it as if you weren't there. And now that you know, make sure your foursome knows as well. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Flashback Friday. Jay, you taking any requests today? Maybe.
Of course.
Yeah.
It depends on from who though.
Right.
From you? Yeah, come on.
But I mean, people could.
Oh yeah, always.
They can
I always pay
on
attention.
the text line. You got a request for Jay. You'll see if he can get it on for you, or in the YouTube chat. I'd like to hear some "Sorry, Miss Jackson" from Outcast at some point, if that's possible. By the way, Anthony Tolliver just joined us. Thank you, Anthony Tolliver. www.anthonytolliver.me gets you to the Tolliver Family Foundation, and there's links there telling you what they do. For every $10 donation, providing clean water for communities in Africa. So obviously, great cause. If you get a chance, if you're just curious about what's going on and you might want to help out there, hey, if not, I get it. If you are, www.anthonytolliver.me. And thanks again to Anthony Tolliver for joining us. It's funny, you see guys play. Like I saw Anthony Tolliver play a million times, and to me, it's just like, that's Anthony Tolliver. And you talk to him, it's like, I have no idea. This is really complex really cool person, who had a really, really, I don't know, like I said to him, almost Zen approach to his whole career. It's amazing.
Yeah, I told you guys this during the break. With the opportunity to be blessed around, a lot of the NBA, he's one of the guys that has stuck with me throughout my time. He's calculated. He is definitely complex when it comes to certain things, but just his aura of when you talk to him, how confident from the standpoint of where he comes from, and how comfortable he is and what he does. And so, sometimes, and I'm a stickler for this, sometimes you can learn a little bit of everything from someone and a little bit of anything from someone. So, we try to bring it to the table. Right? We're trying to always bring stuff to the table, a little different. We can go get the same people every single day, but we're a little different here.
Summer sermon,
guys. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I enjoyed that. Thanks.
Absolutely.
That was just
of course. I got you.
Eye-opening. Like, ooh.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. And, to hear him say, I'm just trying to stick 1 year, and then 3 years, and then 5 years, and then now it's popping in my mind, hint, pension, NBA 5 years, then it's like, 7 years. Okay, now your pension's going up. Now it's going up. So the more years you compile, I remember working with another NBA team at one point in time, and guys are hunting for that 5 years, hunting for that 7 years, hunting for the 10 years. I think it was the
Clippers.
I don't know about them. I don't know. Yeah, no, absolutely. But there are a couple of guys that I can right now, I could almost vividly see them. Whew, I hit my 7th year, big dog. I'm good. Rest of my life. If nothing else, I know I'm getting this in. 10 years? I'm up. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling good. So don't forget, these people are people. I mean, these are true human beings, and you have guys like Anthony Tolliver who look, he's budgeting too.
I know. That was
NBA
amazing.
or not.
I was investing. Then I got to a point I realized I might be investing too much. Wow.
Yeah, right.
And that would, if you read that, it would sound like, wow, this guy's full of himself a little bit, but he didn't come across that way at all. That wasn't the point of it.
Yeah, so. He was investing, and now he's like, it's probably time to enjoy my fruits of my labor, huh?
Yes.
No doubt.
Yeah. Jonathan Kuminga, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be, but I think Jonathan Kuminga came originally from one of those communities that Anthony Tolliver's foundation is helping. And of course, obviously he's in a whole different world now, and the Kings trying to get Jonathan Kuminga here. Kings, Kuminga, Warriors stuck in the mud. We've all been talking about it today, what Sam Amick had to say yesterday on the station. And it looks like Jonathan Kuminga is trying to tell the Warriors, I'm going to bet on myself. He literally posted that to Instagram. I will always bet on myself. It's like he's trying to tell the Warriors, I'm going to sign the qualifying offer. If you don't take care of me, I'm going to sign the qualifying offer. Then I'm going to be a free agent. So that's what you have here. Oh, we have milkshakes, by the way. Thank you.
Stopped you in the middle of mid-sentence.
Yes. Yeah. That door slams in there.
Yeah, it does now. Oh, my bad. Oh, I killed it. I killed it.
Oh, milkshake down.
I got it. I killed myself.
Oh,
I killed myself.
Milkshake down?
Yeah. I hit him with
I think people might have been able to see that.
A Michael Williams clothesline.
We'll probably be able to get a replay of that.
Let me see. I got to see the replay.
Yeah. How much of it did you lose?
All of it.
No.
Yeah, I'm down to about a fourth.
Oh, that's unfortunate. At least it didn't get on the board.
Jay out here selling.
Yeah. Anyway, that's wonderful. Thank you, Drapes. Kyle Draper.
What is this?
I don't know.
That's terrible, Whitey.
Says the vanilla guy. That's wonderful. Thank you. Who do we need to thank for these milkshakes besides you?
Just me.
Just you. Thank you. Thank you. We're just talking about Jonathan Kuminga, and based on what Sam Amick reported yesterday, looks like the Kings have offered a 3-year, $63 million deal for Kuminga. The proposal would send, and this is funny because there's a lot of Kings fans right now. Look at this going, man, the Warriors should take that. Malik Monk and the Kings 2030 first-round pick, lottery protected to the Warriors. Now, if the Warriors were to take that, they probably would have to move off of either Buddy Hield or Moses Moody just to make the finances work. The Warriors would get the if that pick didn't convey, by the way, the Warriors would get the least favorable of the Kings or San Antonio's first-round pick in 2030. 31. So I know a lot of Kings fans are looking at that going, man, I don't know why the Warriors don't take that. I'll tell you one reason why they don't take it.
Why?
The Kings have improved from their first offer, right? They've come up. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're the Warriors, unless the Kings are saying, that's it, take it or leave it.
Right.
If I'm the Warriors, I'm like, well, let's wait and see if it gets any better than this, right? Because they're not really under the gun.
Yeah. You're trying to be. I'm just looking at the YouTube chat, Whitey. Drapes is covered in milkshake. Draper dropped the milkshakes while walking up the stairs. Milkshake down, Manny. Shake down. That's like $12.
Yeah.
Where's the replay?
Yeah.
Back it up. Jay just swipes down the shake as Drapes puts it up on the table. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we did. I'm not sure we got all of you, but I think there's a good chance we got all of that. Yeah.
All right. What was your question? Here's the thing, though, to your point.
Yeah.
You're right. The Kings have shown they're willing to budge. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're the Warriors, you're just going to hold out.
Yeah.
There's no rush for them to get it done. Al Horford's already on the hook. You already got DeAnthony Melton. GP2. They all understand the situation.
Mm-hmm.
In all honesty, I wonder, too, does Russell Westbrook understand the situation from a Kings standpoint?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so, no, I'm with you. The Warriors, hold out for the best offer.
Right. We got to
maybe they
be
take
objective.
the protections off or something like that.
And I think Jay mentioned this, or maybe you mentioned it, or maybe I just imagined it. But it seems like a lot of Kings fans are kind of getting upset. Like, how dare the Warriors not take this? Oh, the Warriors are being arrogant again. The Warriors are the Warriors, but in this case, they're just trying to get the best deal they can.
Right.
So if the offer's getting better and there's no timetable where the Kings are saying take it or leave it, then why wouldn't they wait?
Why wouldn't you?
Especially when Kuminga has until October the 1st?
Right.
Before he's got to
that
decide.
Qualifying offer. Yeah. He has to decide on that.
I do think it's more likely that something happens than I thought a week ago. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think so. But here's the thing too. How do the Warriors view Malik Monk?
Right.
We don't know. Remember, according to reports, Monk's value around the league was low.
Mm-hmm.
What if the Warriors don't view him in that regard? And you mentioned it. They'd have to give up a Buddy Hield or Moody. Maybe they don't want to do that. I don't know, especially a guy like Moses Moody. I probably wouldn't want to give him up.
Right.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't want to give him up. So they're waiting this out, stalling this out, if you will. Yeah.
According to Sam, team sources said the protections have been the primary sticking point. Warriors have insisted that the first rounder be unprotected, thus the stalemate, reports Sam Amick. But you say if you're the Kings, you are not offering anything unprotected.
No, there's no way, right? I just can't, man. It's, if Kuminga was Durant in his prime or a young Booker or something, okay. But Kuminga could go either way, Whitey, in terms of his impact when it comes to winning.
Yep.
He could help you win, or maybe he can't. And so I don't like giving up unprotected unless it's for a slam dunk kind of guy.
That's the whole thing with Kuminga. I know somebody on social media said, why wouldn't the Warriors do this? Malik Monk's a better player than Kuminga. But the whole thing with Kuminga isn't what he is now. It's what he could become.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. He may not become that. But Malik, you know what Malik is. At his best, at his worst. Kuminga at his best, we don't know if he'll ever get there, but that ceiling is very high. That's the whole thing with Kuminga now and how it's hard and why it's hard to figure out exactly what he's worth.
What it's looking like, though, the Kings value him.
Mm-hmm.
They view him as a potential star, right? Like in the pursuit. I had a question, though, Whitey, and maybe you can answer this after the timeout. We're hearing all this 3 years, $63 million, Malik Monk, unprotected first. Who's leaking all this information? Where's all this coming from? I'm not questioning Sam's reporting. Fantastic. But is it the Warriors throwing this out there? Is it Kuminga's camp, trying to get some leverage, throwing it out there? I don't see how it would help the Kings to put it out there like that.
We'll see if we can't, with your help, answer that when we come back. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Warming up for the first half of the weekend. Saturday's highs will be in the mid-90s across the valley. Morning temperatures starting in the upper 50s with plenty of sun. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they fixed that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
Made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, is going to be out until late August. Manager Mark Kotze said Clark will probably require a couple weeks from the date of his placement on the IL. Brady Basso, out with that left shoulder strain, is scheduled to throw 20 pitches upcoming in batting practice. He had been pulled off of his rehab assignment in mid-June. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. It's Alan Stiles here. You injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
There's no way around it. This show has some kind of ice cream curse. I know shake is not really ice cream, but it's the basis of the shake is the ice cream. We had a terrible crisis when you brought in ice cream before. About
that was a man-made, self-made crisis.
Yeah.
You guys stole the ice cream.
That was organic.
Unbelievable.
I brought it back to you and you took it home. And just moments ago, and I know B. Dietz saw it. B. Dietz 916. Back it up. Jay just swipes down the shake as Drapes puts it on the table. It's exactly what happened.
We may have to clip that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell the digital guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have no clue how to do it.
Yeah.
I'll say
I
this.
was looking at Jay, and I kind of saw it happen as you came up behind him. You put the shake up there, and Jay just did something, some kind of gesture or something, and then,
That's that Doug Christie swipe down.
Hey,
Yeah.
as my mom would say, just wasn't meant to be. I hate that saying. Like, what the
I know.
talking about?
It doesn't really make you feel better, huh?
It just wasn't meant to be. Let me say this, though. We know we have a lot of listeners, loyal listeners. Jay just knocked the milkshake out of my hand and spilled it all over in the control room. Now, knowing the guy I am, I'd probably order Jay another milkshake. That's
Nah,
how I am.
We're good.
But don't you think a listener would take care of Jay because they felt bad?
No.
Nah,
damn.
No.
I tried, Jay. I tried.
I know. Thank you, brother. Shots out.
No, I don't think so.
Dude, I'm gonna wind up paying. Let me get Jay another one. Wind up paying
man, we're
$100 for
good.
some milkshakes, man.
I'm look.
That was your orange
Hey,
cream?
I might
sickle?
get Kyle Draper get out of here by 4:47. Go give me a milkshake.
You should, man. Just leave it on autopilot.
So
I wish.
The whipped cream was out the window, right? On the floor?
Yeah. Basically, I have about a fourth of the bottom.
Jay did a hell of a job, though. He cleaned that up He cleaned that up so well. You wouldn't even tell. I do feel bad, though, because my milkshake is hella good.
Yeah, mine
my milkshake is delicious.
Dang, boom, man.
It's pretty good, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
What you got over there, mint?
Great. Mint, chocolate chip.
Ah, boy.
Yeah.
Damn, you're almost done.
Is it green?
Yeah, it looked like
a-
seaweed almost.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Look,
know.
matcha or something.
Yeah, matcha.
Maybe a
Green
little.
tea.
I don't even know if it is.
It's a little tint to it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's delicious. Thank you. That was unfortunate. Just like you say. I guess it was meant to be, Jay. I can't wait to see the replay, the slow-mo on that.
That's what this as Drake said from his mom. It wasn't meant to be. That's one of those things my mom would say. You win some and you lose some. That's what she used to always tell me. Hey, you took the L right there, brother. And that's what I get for talking all that head about vanilla.
Yeah.
Karma.
I don't know. Did he put it on the console?
I was going to.
Oh,
not on the
close.
console. It's like a little table part of the console.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
It's like the counter.
Probably should have
Right
put
on
it
the
away
couch.
from the equipment.
Oh, now you're blaming me.
I'm just saying.
Jay, quick draw McGraw over there with the quick movements and everything,
I told you I was a defender.
Years ago at the other building, I was on vacation, and Dana Jacobson.
Yeah. I know Jay.
She was filling in. Her and a guy were filling in, and I won't say the name of the guy. He was running the board, and he spilled something on the board.
Oh no!
And there literally was smoke coming out of it.
Shut up.
Yeah, and
were you able to do the show still, or did it?
I was on vacation,
all right,
luckily.
all right.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't know what they did. I think they were knocked off the air for a little bit.
Wow.
And he did not lose his job. And when he told me, he went in to meet with the guy ran everything. He's like, well, that's a $10,000 board, but
Dang.
Woo. But live and learn. You do a good job here.
Is it filling guy?
No, he wasn't a
No,
filling.
he wasn't.
It was
a
the people on air.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess there was like smoke billowing through the hallway.
Wow.
So,
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Like some alarm go off and
I don't know.
everything. That's messed
I don't know.
up.
So I got a little worried there, but it looks like Jay knocked everything the other
Now
way.
we're professionals here, brother.
Man.
Not amateurs. We don't do that.
Yeah. Now you were wondering about who's leaking this?
Yes, I had that question because it doesn't make sense for the Kings to leak this because then you're alienating Malik Monk. Like Malik's hearing all this. We know that, right? So it's not advantageous for the Kings to leak this. Warriors, is it advantageous for them?
Would maybe a dumb question. Would the Warriors sources necessarily know? They would have to know how much the Kings are offering Kuminga.
Yeah, Kuminga's camp might have went back to him or something like that. Like for Sam to have the specifics, 363, and we're offering Malik in an unprotected first.
Yeah, the Kings are not going to.
The Kings aren't leaking that. And so this pisses me off because I don't even think it's all of Kuminga's camp because I don't think Kuminga's camp would, talk about Malik Monk and the unprotected first. I think this is the Warriors trying to negotiate in public, try to drive the price up maybe.
And I think the Kings certainly are not the ones who leaked that first offer or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm, the Kings, Malik, whoever, the leaking stuff, this is bad form out here right now.
Right.
Like this is they're you know what it's like? It's like a focus group almost. Well, let me leak this out there, see what people think. And then next week the Warriors accept the deal because, oh man, everybody thinks it's just a bad look, man. And I don't believe it's the Kings because I don't think the Kings
It wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense.
But all you could do if you're the Kings is say, all right, we're out. And then, otherwise, there's no way you can stop it.
Right. And you know what's interesting about this? Reading Sam's article, it talked about how the Kings made an offer, if I'm correct, this week.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the other day we read a report that said the Warriors are throwing up their hands and they're done listening to offers?
I think it was something along the lines of the Warriors are thinking maybe they'll do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was something along the lines of, the Warriors are getting close to just saying we're shutting down all conversations. Yeah.
It's a lot of negotiating using the media, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't like it. I think it stinks.
I don't like it either, but I get it because from the Warriors, just from the PR standpoint, I mean, this is very treacherous for them because we've talked about how they're very close to botching this whole thing with Kuminga.
Yeah,
they've got to be careful about how their fans perceive that. That's not the most important thing. They got to get value, but a lot of Warrior fans are looking at this going, man, what are the Warriors doing?
Right,
and it behooves the Warriors to try to paint it like, it's the Kings. The Kings, they don't know what they're doing.
And I don't know because I haven't gotten a pulse of Warriors media, but they haven't done a damn thing. Like, when is Bonte going on stations? Is, all the guys down there talking like, what the hell is Mike Dunleavy doing? Is he botching this?
Mm-hmm.
Because I get it, not wanting to give up Kuminga for, pennies on the dollar. But if you're not even going, if on your team, he's a seventh man, you can't be trying to get an unprotected first for a guy you're not even going to play 20 minutes a night.
Don't you think it looks like this to me? What do you think? It looks to me like the Warriors right now, they don't really have interest in Kuminga, but they have interest in that salary slot. That's the asset.
Yeah.
So they want to be able to sign him to a deal for
move
22, 23, whatever.
A bigger name.
So that they can trade him and bring in somebody that they think will help them. That's all he represents to them right now.
Yeah.
And he, on Instagram, he posted, I'll bet on myself all day. So he's telling them, I'm just going to sign the qualifying offer and you won't get that for me. Wow. So he's trying to force them to move him, and they're trying to resist.
So that's his leverage right there, right?
Yeah.
His leverage is the qualifier because then that comes with the no trade situation too. No trade clause.
Yeah.
So, man. So you said earlier, I think you said this, you think we'll have some movement here in the next week or two, huh?
I just said, to me, it looks more likely that something's going to happen than it did a couple weeks ago. I mean, just the fact that they're continuing to talk and the Kings' offer has improved tells me there's some progress.
Right.
This wasn't just let's take a shot, see what happens. Nothing. Okay, we'll move on. They're working on it.
Think about it like this from the Kings' standpoint, Whitey. Your best asset that you're willing to move in this Kuminga deal is Malik Monk. I think player asset.
Mm-hmm.
So you offer that. Your best draft asset is a first rounder. You already offer that with protections. The only other way the Kings can sweeten this is taking off the protections.
Mm-hmm.
And are you really doing that if you're Scott Perry? That's the $1 million question.
Mm-hmm. And according to this report, Warriors have insisted that the first rounder be unprotected, thus the stalemate. It's almost if, like you say, if the Warriors are the ones dictating what's coming out publicly, it's almost like that's the message they want out there. That's our problem. That's what we want.
Yeah.
That protected pick.
Yeah.
Is that all it would take to get this done? Maybe we'll find out. Or more likely, it's still going to stretch on for a couple more weeks, Drapes.
I got a vacation coming up, though, big fella. So I tell you what.
I think I have vacation before you do.
If the news breaks, I'm calling in.
All right.
I'm setting up the StreamYard, if you will, and I will be on the show, wherever I'm at.
All right. I look forward to that. Yeah. Something's going to happen at some point. Something happened with Trey Lance last night. Did the 49ers fail Trey Lance or did Trey Lance fail them? We're back to that when we come back. Sacktown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Hello, I'm Frank Cock with Retirement Security Centers with the Weekly Economic Update. Federal Reserve voted 9-2 to keep the benchmark Fed funds rate steady at 4.2 to 4.5%, marking the fifth straight meeting without a change. Notably, 2 governors appointed by President Trump dissented, favoring an immediate 25 basis point cut. The Fed stressed that inflation remains above its 2% goal and that economic activity had moderated in the first half of the year. Chairman Powell emphasized the committee will weigh incoming data before adjusting policy. Meanwhile, the U.S. economy rebounded in quarter 2 with real GDP growing at an annualized 3% after a 0.5% contraction in quarter 1. Much of the turnaround stemmed from a sharp decline in imports, which count negatively in GDP, plus a pickup in consumer spending. Still, economists caution that underlying demand remains soft. For households and businesses, the takeaway is clear. Rates stay elevated for now, and while headline GDP looks strong, sluggish consumption and investment could cloud the outlook in the second half of the year. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Save $12,000 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy after all rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. Plus $12,000 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work truck. Must trade in 2011 Chevy car or truck. Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Maida. Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business, whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
The outpouring of support and sympathy for Jay in the wake of what they're calling the big shakedown.
Shakedown?
It's incredible. Last hour.
Is that what they're calling it, the big shakedown?
That's what everyone's called, the big shakedown. Yeah, Drape's nice enough to get some milkshakes delivered, and he was walking up behind Jay, putting Jay's on the console right by him, and Jay didn't know he was there and just having I don't know, you were gesturing or something?
Yeah, I was gesturing. I was like, hey, I was kind of swinging like Drape's.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. Knocks that shake right down on the ground.
Wasn't meant to be.
Jake was left with Jake.
Okay, listen.
Jay was left with only half.
I hate that, man.
Half of his milkshake.
Not even half.
It was
dude.
a quarter.
It was
fourth.
like literally.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was like a little teacup worth, like just a little tiny shot glass worth.
People feel for you, Jay. That was unfortunate.
You know the worst, and I don't know how badly Jay wanted that.
Why don't you tell us,
milkshake.
Jay, how badly did you want it?
Oh, always, man. I'm a connoisseur of ice cream.
Especially on a Friday.
I know.
Right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Friday should be our official shake day on the show. Remember, we're trying to have fun today because it's Friday.
Exactly.
Damn it. Yes.
All right, so
Got
next
next
week
round.
you got
Here we
us.
go.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I'm here. No, we out at Rancho.
We're at the golf course.
Yeah.
That next week?
Yes. Come on, big fella. Next week.
Oh, this trying to keep your schedule, my schedule, Whitey's schedule, the show schedule, guest schedules. It's tough, man.
I will say
or
this.
less more your schedule, but yeah.
I'm going to go on record. I don't like to miss time. I really don't. No, I'm here today, big fella. I'm playing hurt. I don't like to miss time. But next Tuesday, I just got an amended schedule that I
Wait
need.
a minute. Wait. Let's stop right there before you even get into your event. What did you say first? You know what?
I don't like to miss time. That don't mean I don't, won't do it. I just don't like to do it. But I'll do it. I'll miss time just like that. But I don't like to. But all right. But I just got a text. I'm doing this National Night Out event, August 5th.
Oh yeah.
Right around the corner, South Sac, right here.
Where you doing it at?
At the Roberts Family Development Center.
Yep.
You know them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start time now, 5:00.
Oh.
So what are you, emceeing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the MC, big fella. Come on now.
And you said the one in South Sac or right here in Del Paso?
Oh, Del Paso.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Del Paso right here. Yeah. 5:00. It begins. So I'll phone in the last. Because I know Whitey gets tired of carrying the show. You know what I mean? It's like, when it's like when Jordan retired for 2 years and Scottie Pippen had to become the man. He could do it, but
are you Jordan or are you John? Which one are you?
I don't know who I am.
That jaw sure must be feeling better.
That jaw is killing me, man. But seriously, 5:00, and I invite you guys afterwards. We're going from 5 to about 8:35, 9:00.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a
slide
stop
on
by.
through. Yeah, slide on
absolutely,
through.
man.
I got
That's Tuesday?
Tuesday, National Night Out, Whitey. National Night Out. And they're doing a big event over here at Del Paso.
I just learned about that last year. Saw a bunch of posters in the Thomas area as I'm sliding through the Thomas area. And oh man, I got National Night Out.
You've heard of that though.
I guess I just hadn't really, consciously thought about it.
Yeah.
The last couple of years.
I didn't know it was still a thing, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So every neighborhood kind of has their own little pocket, and they do a little few things. I'm pretty sure they got something jumping over in Carmichael area or, your area. Whitey,
Yeah.
No doubt. ARC area.
Yeah.
Boy. Beaverland.
Bert Bondi, Shakedown August 1st, a day to live in infamy.
I know, right? I got to see the video though. Because, when you're living it, you're in it, you can't see it.
Right.
But I want to see the facial expressions. If you can see Jay's facial expression and
yours.
everything.
You should have saw yours.
I want to check it out, man.
Jay didn't realize what had happened initially, right? Because you can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who's in charge of that? Frankie?
Frankie. Well, I don't know who's got our show today, but it's either Anthony, Chris, Brendan, or Frankie.
So they should be listening right now.
Yeah, they are.
I think
Okay.
someone,
All right.
yes.
Somebody's listening. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, let me know when that's up. Thank you. Jay, you called for it last segment, big fella. So,
and we got to put that to some kind of, music video or something.
got to.
Yeah.
Like slow-mo too?
Yeah.
Do the remix with the slow-mo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody get the telestrator on there.
Right.
The whole thing.
Oh, I feel bad, man. I feel bad. Sorry, Jay. Next time.
Yeah, that was very nice. The gesture's so nice, though. That was such
They say
a nice
that's what
thing.
counts.
Yeah.
That's what I was told, but I never felt the same with that. But yeah.
I got my whole milkshake, and I thought it was a very nice gesture.
All I do is give, ladies and gentlemen.
We
Where
know that you watched last night a little bit of Trey Lance.
My guy.
Through your painkiller haze. And so let's be honest, a lot of people that are pro Trey Lance. Jay is pro Trey Lance, but I don't think he's one of these people. A lot of people today like, see, I told you.
Is that going on really out there? A little bit.
I think your boy Grant Cohn.
Oh, shoot. I haven't even checked what he said about it.
What did he say? I believe he said, and I heard this from somebody. I didn't actually hear it. He said, Kyle Shanahan is a scheme coach and Jim Harbaugh is a quarterback coach.
Ooh.
Something along those lines. He said Jim Harbaugh actually played quarterback. Wow. I think that might be, if the 49ers did air with Trey Lance, and they aired probably just by drafting him, I think they thought maybe, hey, the scheme's going to carry him.
Right.
And if he can't keep up with the scheme, we don't have time for him. And they maybe didn't give him the time. And it's possible that, I remember when the 49ers drafted him, I remember talking to Jennifer Lee Chan and asking, why would Kyle Shanahan want this guy who hasn't played that much football? Trey Lance was good, but he hadn't played that much.
Right.
She said, I think he wants someone who's like a blank slate who can learn the game the way Kyle Shanahan sees everything. So it's not like, oh, okay, coach, this is the way I've learned it, but I'm going to learn your way. It's like somebody could like, great, I will learn everything about pro football, playing quarterback at that level through your eyes. And I just don't think it quite came together for him. Or maybe it was going to, and Kyle Shanahan got impatient.
Grant Cohn. Kyle Shanahan is a system coach. Jim Harbaugh is a football coach.
Yeah, that's what
they are not the same. I give Grant some credit, though, because at least he'll show up to the press conferences.
Yeah.
And he's not just throwing haymakers and shots.
Right.
And not actually, like, he's in the, the practices and the media availabilities all the time, so.
And
shout out to Grant.
I'll give him credit for this too. And I don't agree with a lot of stuff he says, but I've talked to him, and I think there is that need in the Bay Area for somebody who is going to push back on, especially a team like the 49ers. Everybody loves the 49ers. Is that more common back east? Are there more guys that do it?
That pushback?
In Philly? Or is there still like Howard Eskin? Or are there still like one or two guys that are really well known?
Well, but it's all relative, right? Like, I don't think you have many card-carrying pom-pom waivers back east. If you win, great. But if you lose, then we're going to hammer you. You know what I mean? And so think about a couple years with the Celtics. Joe Mazzulla was on the hot seat, if you will. And even though they were still a solid team and everything, I just think, there's more people, not like go as far as Howard Eskin and those guys, but they ask the tough questions. Chicago does the same thing. New York, Philly. It's just certain markets where, the media feels like it's their job to sort of hold the team accountable, if you will, instead of being. I'll tell you real quick. It used to always bother me, even in Boston, when the Bruins were competing for Stanley Cups or the Patriots. The local news anchors are waving the pom-poms.
People that don't normally talk
right,
sports,
don't learn. And it's like, it's kind of cheesy. It bothered me. And so, you don't see that a whole lot from the sports people, though, that cover the teams.
Let me ask you this, if I may.
We've
all worked in other markets. And people lived in other places. 0 to 10. 0 is like easy, just rainbows and sunshine. 10, really hard. Where do you think the Sacramento media rates in terms of how they are with the Kings?
Why are you doing that, man?
Because it's pretty clear.
You're trying to set me up here, big fella.
It's pretty clear. Let's be honest. I mean, and I'm a member of the media here. The Kings get the benefit of the doubt 99.9% of the time in this market. Jay just said, and maybe if you don't want to answer that down. Jay said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, he said how much he appreciates the fact that although you work for the team, you will be critical of the team.
But that's not always the best thing, big fella.
Well, we appreciate that even more.
That's not always. I get in trouble from time to time, man. But my thing has always been, and I'll say this on record, I want the best for the franchise. whatever it takes to win damn games, that's what I'm about. Whatever it takes to compete for championships, that's what I'm about. And if we're not doing that, we got to do a better job. We're all in this to win. Regarding your question about the media.
And I've given you my answer.
Yeah, what was yours?
Wait,
2, 1, 4?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not a 4. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe.
If I'm being honest, the problem, and I'm not going to make any friends in the media, but I'll just say this anyway. I think there are times where members of the media here want to act tough and look like they're tough just for their social media following, if you will, to appease their core fan base. I don't think when it's all said and done, I think most of the media are Kings fans at their core, and so, I'm a Kings fan. We want what's best for the organization. We want the team to thrive. When the tough questions come, I believe it's coming from, I want to look tough. For instance, I can't tell you how many times, Scott Perry's having this press conference, and then you get hit up on Twitter. But are you guys going to ask the tough questions? Or are you going to lob saw? And then so people go in trying to prove that I'm not a softie, I'm not a shill for the team or anything like that. And then they try to ask the tough. So it's not that's who they are as journalists. It's because of outside influences, if you will. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I've been accused of being on both sides. So I think that's good. I've been accused.
Okay.
You're too easy on them. I've been accused. You're
Right.
too critical of them. So yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I know, but it is interesting as we talk about this. And in the Bay Area, there's not a lot of guys, which I think is why Grant Cohn stands out. Tim Kawakami's good too, because he is fair, but he will take shots. He is very critical of the organizations. But I don't know if we have as much of that here as we have in bigger markets. And I think it has to do with the market size.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to way before you or I even got here.
Or is it one team too? A one team town?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Who's Mark? Mark does radio down there. Oh shoot.
Where?
San Francisco.
Mark Willard?
Mark Willard. Is he a tough guy? Is he kind of hard on the teams down there or no?
I wouldn't say he's a homer, but I wouldn't say his whole thing is not to be overly critical, I don't think.
Okay.
I know him. I haven't heard him in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just, I think, and part of it too, let's call it what it is. The Kings are a powerful brand in our market. You know what I mean? And with them being the only major team in town, and I know we got the A's now, I'm talking permanent wise, it's, you don't want access to be cut off or anything. It's a fine line, man.
Oh, it is.
You got to, yeah.
And let's face it, smaller market. So you have a lot of media people who are in the earlier parts of their career.
Yeah.
Everybody, but when you're younger, it's harder, especially if you're planning on going on somewhere else, it's harder to be that. All right, look, I'm going to hold these guys' feet to the fire.
Well, but I'll also say this too, Whitey, and I'm glad we're having this conversation because a lot of times I feel like young people coming up in the business view the Stephen A. Smiths, the Mad Dogs, the Colin Cowherd, whatever it is, like you got to be critical. That's a way to gain followers, to gain clicks, if you will. I don't know if that's if that's how the business really is, but I know people see Stephen A. Smith every day taking shots at the Cowboys or Lakers or whoever it may be and feel like, you know what? That's the way to, go viral, if you will, get clicks.
But there's a huge difference between that shtick, which he does very well. And he's been a journalist. He knows how to be a journalist. He does that very well and it works for him. So I'm not saying he shouldn't do it, but there's a far cry from that and from actual journalism where you're trying to hold, organizations and people in power accountable rather than you're just trying to blast somebody or criticize somebody to get clicks. There's a big difference.
Big difference. No doubt. Big difference. And, how I, sometimes like to approach my pre and post job, because when I'm doing play by play, that's a whole different avenue. And I'll be honest with you, it's tough to navigate that fine line. I try to ask the questions the fans want to know. I try to have the reaction the fan base has. Like, how can we lose to Charlotte at home? How can we lose to Washington at home? Fellas, that's unacceptable. We're better than that. And so, sometimes that may get me in trouble or whatever like that, but it's all coming from, we want this to be better. We want this to be the best championship level franchise we can be. And if you start accepting losing,
right,
then that's what you'll get.
Yeah. And I would think that sometimes teams that are paying a broadcaster, they think, all right, taking it easy on us, that's part of your job. But if you are doing a post game after team has played terribly and you don't point that out, no matter what the team says, you're not doing your job. And and fans know that. No matter what the team says, fans watch going, that ain't it.
And they're going to turn it off too.
Yes.
Like, look at Drake just shilling. But conversely, if you beat OKC at home, I'm going to be, how about that? Give everybody the props. Here's the thing about post game. When you win, it's to show what you did to get the win. And when you lose, what you didn't do that's made you lose. Like, if rebounding was an issue, we want to talk about rebounding. I can't talk about, we went 10 of 13 from 3-point range when you lose by 20. The story of post game is what happened in the game that led it to the final result. So it's tough, man. I'll keep it real. It's tough, man. It's tough navigating.
I know it is. I know it must be.
Because then I got to travel with the dudes too.
Right.
I see them in the hotels and in the locker rooms and everything like that. And, I told the Marcus Morris story. He got a boatload of problems going on right now. But, when you do well, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm going to amplify Marcus Morris, my guy. You hear it all the time. 25 points. Dude, Keon Ellis, I know your guy. He comes out and hits 8-9 threes. My guy, Keon Ellis. Like, I'm going to amplify that. And when they struggle, it's why did they struggle? How can they be better the next time?
In my opinion, I know Jay and I touched on this yesterday. Dallas Braden has a really tough job right now. And in my opinion, he does it really well.
Yeah.
But it's really hard because he's talked on podcasts about how he's seen things going on and how the players are not happy. He knows what his job is. Sometimes you can tell it creeps out as he's like getting frustrated with the way things go here. That's a tough job, but I think he does a good job of walking that fine line. I really do. I appreciate him.
Yeah, he does a hell of a job. And let me ask you this, and I know you and Jay have talked about this. At the end of the day, who are you loyal to? Loyal to the fan base, the organization, or your family? You got to do, in Dallas Braden's case, it's his livelihood. It's his check. It's his job. You got, in my case, I got a 16-year-old and a 13-year-old that's counting on me.
Yeah.
I got college coming up I got to pay for.
You got milkshakes.
I got milkshakes I got to buy for you and Jay. Like, I got to take care of, at the end of the day, because here's the thing too, Whitey. At the end of the day, how many times have we seen broadcasters and media members come and go? Fan base ain't, holding rallies outside, fighting for their job. This is why I love the city of Louisville, Kentucky when I worked there. I'll tell this story. I felt like in Louisville, if something happened to me career-wise, there would be a segment of the city that had my back because they had a strong African-American, influence out there. And, guys like Chris 2X and Reverend Lewis Coleman and those kind of people, and I was a part of the community. I'm doing, volunteer work and things like that. If something happened in Louisville, I felt like the community would sort of rally and say, that's not right. Might not save my job or anything. When I went to Boston, I didn't feel that at all. And that was the difference between those two. I don't know what it's like here yet. I'm still kind of new here, 4 years in, 5 years in almost.
Doing this show doesn't hurt in that regard. You get a lot of fans.
Yeah, but I get a lot of flack too, man. If people be hating on your boy too, it's all good. It's all good.
Nobody hates on TC right now. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Time for Check It with TC. What do you got for us today, TC?
Mic check.
Mic check, Mac check. What's up with my dogs, man?
Chilling, man. What you got, baby?
Yeah,
What's going on?
What are we talking about today, TC?
So I'm talking. Hey, you already know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna save that for last. I'm gonna get to because we talking Kaminga, right? Listen, we gonna sit still. We gonna sit still on it, right? And if it all fails by Monday, if we ain't got something deal, then we gonna take the protection off and we gonna get the deal done. That's it, right?
All right.
It's a fair trade. It's a fair trade. You know, no stand up, no robbery. Both teams is winning, but we gonna leave the Kaminga deal alone because we all talking about it. I believe it's gonna get done. It's just that still, man. And I respect Perry for that. That's what I try to tell y'all, Kings fans. Respect Perry because he ain't no pushover. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
All right.
Now let's talk about Lance. Lance is a dude, right?
Yes, sir.
Jim Harbaugh gonna bring this kid back, right? He didn't just get his fair shot with the Niners, and that's what I've been trying to tell him. That's why I'm so jaded with the team now, Drake. And why do y'all always TC? Why you don't ever talk about the Niners? Because I don't like Kyle Shanahan. I love the team, but I don't like that dude, bro. I don't like nothing about that. And I was the biggest supporter of that dude. But that's another conversation when I see you dudes face to face. We'll sit down and talk about that. Bro, Lance, I seen he just didn't get a fair shake. I seen his layer balls, how he moved in the pocket, all that. Jim Harbaugh's working with this kid, bro, and he gonna have him balling. Am I gonna say he's gonna be an MVP? Is he gonna take over for Justin Herbert? That's TBD, bro. But as far as him being a quarterback and working with him, bro, he brought that kid back. I know it was the third stringers, but I watched him closely last night, bro. And I see he's a way different dude than he was with the Niners. Kyle was not developing that kid like Jim Harbaugh, and I respect Jim for that. And we should never let Jim out the building. If you want to talk about, Jay asked me a question on who, if we let go of Kyle, who going to take over? We got the guy in the building in Robert Saleh, right? We should have never let D'Amico Ryan go because I would have hired either D'Amico Ryan, I would have promoted him, or now this is Kyle's last shot. We're going to promote the boy Robert Saleh. I told y'all the other day when I called in, the reason why these veterans is showing up to camp and not making noise. JJ was making noise at first and then he shut up. You know what that's about? That's Robert Saleh. They respect that man. He's a leader of men, bro. Kyle Shanahan is a joke, bro. I'm cool on him. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm fired up, Jay. I'm going to send that to you, bro, because I'm showing up on the 20th. That's all I got, y'all. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, TC. When it comes to developing quarterbacks, you look at Kyle Shanahan's record. It's been checkered, I think we could say. Jim Harbaugh, he did a great job with Alex Smith, didn't he?
Yeah.
When Alex Smith was like, I remember when that year, that lockout year, and the 49ers said, Alex Smith is our quarterback. And I laughed like, he's terrible. And with Jim Harbaugh at the helm, they actually got to the NFC Championship game. Colin Kaepernick deserves most of the credit, but Jim Harbaugh and with Greg Roman running that offense, they did a good job developing him. Are they going to do it again with Trey Lance? They might.
Is Trey the successor? The heir apparent? Come on now.
You know, if he really reaches his potential, he's going to have to go
somewhere else because Herbert's still young.
But he hasn't even won the backup job with the Chargers yet. I think he will, but he hadn't yet.
He looks good.
He does.
We'll see how it goes. And I understand his preseason, but he looked good so far.
All right, to that point, how good is the 49ers coaching staff compared to others around the league?
Yeah.
We'll see where they rank next on Sacktown Sports.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure. Dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare. Wow.
With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Mark your calendars for a stacked lineup of live shows. It all starts August 23rd with Gypsy Kings at Hard Rock Live Sacramento and Super Soul Fest featuring Jeffrey Osborne at Thunder Valley. Then get ready to laugh with Weird Al Yankovic at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on August 24th and comedian Taylor Tomlinson at Thunder Valley on August 29th. Flashback to the ultimate throwback but lost 80s rewind at Thunder Valley on August 31st. And Fight Night fans, don't miss Thunder Showdown Boxing on September 6th, also at Thunder Valley. Country star Darius Rucker takes the stage at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on September 13th, followed by comedian legend Eddie Griffin on September 19th, and Classic Rockers 38 Special on September 21st, both at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then it's Keith Sweat at Hard Rock Live Sacramento October 5th. And country fans, see David Nail live at Goldfield Roseville October 9th. Get your tickets now and find more info at sacktownsports.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
How many versions of this song have there been? A lot, right?
I can think of 3.
Did Smokey ever do it? There's one that I know from when I was younger, but it's not it. And then let's see. Like Rare Earth or somebody did it too.
Smokey wrote this, I believe. He's the one who wrote this song.
All right. Okay. Is it maybe that? Is that Smokey? Right there?
No. That's not Eddie. Oh man, I'm blanking. Yeah, Eddie. That's Eddie, right? What's his last? I can't think of his name. Let me look it up. But
okay.
Smokey's not part of Temptations, my brother.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I know.
That's Eddie. Yeah, I just can't think of his last name.
Yeah. Yeah, I can think about 3 versions of that myself. It's a Flashback Friday with Jay, and Whitey and Kyle Draper, of course. Drive Guys, thanks for being with us. If you got a request for Jay, he might be able to fit it in for you. I'm hoping to. I had a request earlier. Jay's got a lot of things he's got to play. He's got his own playlist, so we'll see.
Do I?
We'll see.
I'll pass you the aux cord. I got you.
Plus, he lost his milkshake today.
I know. I'm out.
Terrible. The big shakedown, and I don't know how that might affect him.
I got the video back.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just forwarded it. I haven't looked at it yet. Forwarded to Drake.
All right.
So we'll take a look.
Is that going to be traumatic for you to look
at
that?
Maybe. I might need a few of them Advils over there that Draper had.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can't give you a shot at that. Looking at that, those who missed it when it happened. Kyle Draper, nice enough to bring in to get milkshakes delivered. But then things went sideways. Terrible accident. There's just something about this show and ice cream. There's a curse. Yeah. It looks like we have the video, Drapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think Jay sent it to us. He hasn't looked at it yet, and I haven't looked at it yet.
No, I figure we all look at it
together.
I pulled it out. But
we
let
got
me say
breaking
this.
news.
We do.
Yes.
Can I get a right hand by somebody?
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
Let me just say, I hold in my hand a brown paper bag, a sack lunch style brown paper bag.
Mm-hmm.
Has a receipt attached to it, and it says shake on the outside. I also see in small print, first of all, it says support the phone's number. No, I'm playing. Orange Dream Sickle Mix-In. My guy.
Come on, man.
Now this is my guy.
Come on now.
This is my guy right here, man.
Come on, Jay. I can't do you like
Come
that.
on,
big
bro.
fella.
You didn't do me any kind of way.
I can't do
you did me right the first time.
I'm saying, me and Whitey sitting up here. This is yummy, and you sitting back there salty. I can't let you be. I can't let that happen, man.
Hey, you see my boy, man? He brought it in the brown sack lunch bag.
You see, I didn't know. Open it or try to hand it to you. Here you go, my man.
Thank you so much, my man.
Yeah, it's all good. I just spent $90 on milkshakes today, but it's all good.
That's a drop in the bucket compared to the Draper kids.
I know, right? That's true. That's true.
How about that?
So there you go, Jay. There you go. So you did send that video, I see.
Yeah. Our man Anthony, the man with the plan, he's rocking the show today, and so he sent me a private clip. It's not public yet. Private clip, YouTube, and I haven't looked at it just yet. But
should we look at it all at once, or
sure? Why not?
Why did you send it to my? I don't see it.
Oh, it didn't come through.
Yeah, that's all right.
Let's see. Hold on.
Dude, I never know which
Go
email
ahead.
to send yours to. Though.
Yeah,
you got like 3 accounts.
I never use the work accounts.
Right. Okay.
I always let me just triple check, make sure.
Why don't it's fine if you have it.
How do you do it,
Drapes?
Though? It says I can't. It says the video is private.
Oh, it won't let you click on. I mean,
yeah. So I click on it, and video unavailable. This video is private.
Oh, we
come
behind,
on, Anthony,
behind
what
walls,
you doing,
baby.
big fella. You can't come
check
on,
yours
man.
now, Whitey. Make sure you got that, brother. I sent it to K Gleason.
Just got
007.
See if you can open it.
Does it say the same thing too?
Open.
Let me go to it. Here.
On my phone. Let me try it. Oh, here it is. It works on the phone.
On the phone.
Go ahead, Drapes.
Hold on, I'm watching that.
Kyle Draper looking at the video of what happened, the big shakedown when he
actually. Oh, I just walked in.
Yeah, spilled.
I'm taking it out of the bag. Jay looks.
You can hear it.
Oh man!
Wait, Anthony sent me. He sent me a huge hi. I was like, "Oh, man, what's up, man?"
Dang, man! Look at that! I'll pull it, bring it up, bang! That's classic.
Hold on, I gotta check it out.
You gotta check it out.
Can you actually see where Jay hits it?
Yeah, you can see. You can't see my reaction. You see Jay's reaction more. But oh my gosh, that like the audio with it. You got to hear the audio too, man.
Yeah,
it's like awesome, man. That's classic stuff, dude. We may have to move on to like tacos or something because milkshakes and ice cream. They don't do well with us for some reason. We always got some issues.
We keep at it. We're gonna beat that jinx. We're gonna break that curse. I think you doing what you just did, that act of generosity is gonna go a long ways towards putting it all behind us.
Exactly, man.
Although Jay hasn't taken it out of the bag yet. A lot of things could happen between now and the time he actually
I'm
drinks.
like Barry Sanders, baby. I ain't dropping too many fumbles.
All right, Deshae. Enjoy, man. Enjoy.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Glad we can make that happen.
We've been talking about, of course, 49ers today, and Kyle Shanahan. The conversation has turned to Kyle Shanahan, 49er coaches. Did the 49ers blow it with Trey Lance? Well, this is from ESPN.com. Ben Solak, ranking all 32 NFL teams' coaching staffs and coordinators in 2025. Now, he's not writing about Trey Lance specifically, but hey, let's just see where the 49ers rank. Doesn't mean he's right. We'll see. But what do you guys think off the top of your head? What do you think, Drapes, honestly? If you're going to rank the 49ers. And I know you'd have to sit there and look at everybody, but just off the top of your head.
No, I think the addition of Robert Saleh
Yeah.
is huge for them. I give them top 5, top 10, something like that.
Giants 32, Jacksonville 31, Saints 30, Dallas 29. Ooh,
damn.
Yeah, I just saw an article yesterday that said Brian Schottenheimer is already on the hot seat. He even started.
He ain't even got a record yet out there.
Jets 28, Titans 27, Tampa Bay 26. That's
kind of weak, right?
I think it is.
Like Tampa's had some good years.
Yes. Atlanta Falcons 25, Carolina 24. How are they that high?
Yeah.
Arizona 23, Bears 22, Cleveland 21, and you got New England at 20.
Really? Mike Vrabel. Okay.
Dolphins at 19.
You see their 2024 ranking for the Dolphins. They were number 9.
They were 9. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. The Colts at 18. They were 11th. Shane Steichen and Mike McDaniel, 2 other coaches that were on that list I saw yesterday, have coaches on the hot seat. Bengals at 17, down 3 spots from last year. The Seahawks at 16, up 10 spots. Steelers at 15, down from 7. And then when you got the Chargers at 14, it's about where they were last year, up 3 spots. Washington at 13, Houston 12, Detroit at 11. But Dan Campbell was really upset with the way his team played last night, preseason or not.
Yep.
The Packers at 10, the Raiders at 9.
Really?
That's a brand new staff there.
Yeah.
They were 32nd last year, and with the changes with Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, Patrick Graham, they're up to 9, according to ESPN. Eagles at 8, Drapes.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Last year, they were 15th in this
And that's
ranking.
going into the season, they're saying, right? Like last year, they were 15.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you got number 7, Buffalo. Number 6, Denver. Number 5, the Rams. Number 4, Ravens. 49ers at number 3. Top 3 finish. Well, the top 3 coaches staffs in the NFL, according to ESPN. Kyle Shanahan, Clay Kubiak, Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator. You just said they were top 5. Now they're top 3.
But because I had already read the article, so I, giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to get on my TC kind of bandwagon. Like, I don't want to do TC style. But is Kyle Shanahan a little overrated? Meaning,
calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take it easy.
You should just play up TC's music. Yeah.
Meaning, I'm going to put Kyle Shanahan into 2 different buckets, his coaching tenure. Pre-Brock Purdy and post-Brock Purdy. Pre-Brock Purdy,
You got 1 Super Bowl appearance in each bucket.
I could argue they may have overachieved a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, they overachieved. Once you got Brock in these last 3 years, you could argue they've underachieved, Whitey. And so I'm trying to figure out, because Kyle Shanahan, offensive genius, Robert Saleh, but you could argue they might be the most underachieving group out of this bunch. Like, you had, and I understand injuries last year. I understand that, Niners fans. I'm not trying to bash you or anything like that. But losing to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl you should have won.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Philly and getting smacked up a few years ago. Then 6-11. You could argue roster-wise, this team should have been better.
Let me take the other side of it, just to balance it. It's pretty clear to me that since that first Super Bowl where they lost to the Chiefs, and again, they were ahead, they've had a lot of upheaval. They've paid the price for some of their success. I mean, defensive coordinators it's been like a revolving door, and that's been a problem. Now that it's been on them to not be able to replace Saleh,
right?
But he's back now. Special teams coordinators have been terrible. There's been a lot of upheaval because they have success. The coordinators move on, and then you got to replace the coaches. And so they've had some issues with that. But I'll say this I think is the standout sentence of this whole piece here.
Regarding the Niners?
Yes, regarding what we've been talking about all day. Kyle Shanahan. Again, ESPN ranks the 49ers the 3rd best coaching staff in the NFL. Quote, for all his offensive acumen, Shanahan is not perfect. He still has plenty of room to grow as a game manager. Bingo, right, Jay? Amen.
Straight up.
Amen. And that's from 2 49er faithfuls.
Right. And let me ask you guys.
Let me get the Falcons fan base on the line.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys this. Kyle Shanahan is going into his 9th season as a Niners head coach. When does he still have time? That's like a 29-year-old basketball player. He still got time to develop that 3-point. He is what he is.
That's a good point.
Like, how much more time does he need to develop? If he was in his 3rd, 4th year, okay. Dude's going into his 9th year, Whitey. He's still making some of the same mistakes we've been seeing.
I think he's stubborn. He's stubborn because he's very smart, and he knows he's smart, and he's stubborn sometimes, too stubborn. And he sticks with the way he's always done things, even though you haven't won a Super Bowl yet. Maybe that's fair, maybe that's unfair, but that's the fact of the matter. By the way, Kansas City is 2nd on this list. Number 1 top coaching staff in the NFL, Minnesota Vikings.
Really?
With Kevin O'Connell, Wes Phillips, and Brian Flores.
Wow. I didn't read the write-up on that. Is it because of they turned Sam Darnold into a winning quarterback last year or something like that? Or
it's partly because of Flores, who's done such a good job
defensively. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't
take
even
a
admit-
moment to
yeah.
look that over. Yeah. Sam Darnold started the entire season in J.J. McCarthy's absence.
But what a season it was. O'Connell's mastery is in opening intermediate and downfield passing windows. So he basically turned Sam Darnold into an accurate quarterback. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see what Kyle does this year without Debo.
Yes. But he got Saleh back, so you would imagine the defense will be better. Not as many holes get to the quarterback a little bit more. Because if I'm correct, was Saleh the defensive coordinator or was it D'Amico when what's his name went off? Defensive end.
When Bosa?
Yeah, Bosa. Who was coordinator? I think it might have been D'Amico, actually.
I think it might
when
have
he
been
had like 19 sacks or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'd have to double check.
Yeah.
I think he had good years under both.
Both, right?
Yeah.
Does he?
But as far as the year you're talking about, I think that was Saleh, wasn't it?
Yeah. Does Saleh unleash Bosa as much? Again this season. That's a question.
Wouldn't that be something if they win the Super Bowl because of improvements on defense, and then everyone says, "Oh, look, Kyle did it." It's like, no,
he didn't. You're right. You won 10-6. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Third best coaching staff in the NFL. There you go. Here's why everybody says the A's were deadline day winners. What? Next with Drive Guys. Don't go away. Sacktown Sports.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
here and figure out which song it was.
At the New Marks?
The New Marks. Yeah, exactly. You know what I want to hear, Jay? This is a classic. My Posse on Broadway. Sir Mix. Yeah, now that's a classic. You know what song I always play for my son, Nick?
What?
Because he's 16 now, wants to get a car. My hoopty.
My hoopty. Yes,
I
sir.
said he's getting a hoopty. He's like, oh, Dad, take a look at this one, like 20,000. I'm like, bro, your budget is 2,000 to 3,000, kid. Like, you're not getting a nice car. Why don't play that? I'm hard on these kids.
I know.
Man.
It's like your dad with you.
Right.
I didn't mean a new car. I meant a car.
Right, a car.
That is new to you.
Right, is new to you. That's a classic line right
What are the best songs with Shake in the title?
Shake.
There's that old Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Shake Your Booty. There's
Nah.
gotta be a lot of Shake songs.
Nah, my boys, I think Major Figures, Jay, did a song called Shake, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah,
Let me think about it.
I mean, I think that was them. I gotta look this up. Yeah, that's
in honor of the big shakedown.
Big shakedown.
Thank you to Anthony for getting that video available, which we'll have to post. The video of the calamity that befell.
Oh,
Jay
yeah,
and Shake.
Yin Yang Twins, Shake.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up some more songs with the word shake.
Yeah, we'll see if Jay decides to go down that path. He's got a lot going on there. He's got a lot of songs he's got to play.
The question is, have you tried the milkshake, big fella?
Did. I just unveiled it right now.
How was it?
Fantastic.
It's yummy, right?
Man,
Cold Stone is on and popping.
Listen.
Whitey and Dre, my pleasure, man.
Yeah, just shouts out to Drapes, man. Thank you, my brother.
I got you, man. I got you. I felt bad, man. All the kids over here having their ice cream and yours.
You ever get a popsicle?
You ever get that SpongeBob ice cream and then it falls off the?
Yeah,
that's what happened off the stick. That's what happened to Jay's. So I was like, all right, I got to get him another one. So,
have you ever seen that show, Cake Wars?
I have, where they bake and try to. Yeah.
And Sheen, you can't watch it because they build those very elaborate cakes, and then part of it is they got to transfer.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
right.
And she's like, I get too nervous.
She get nervous on that?
I can't watch it,
man.
That's stupid, though, isn't it? Like,
Why?
is that supposed to be teaching you that you have to transport the cake? Like, what's the point of that?
Oh, I think the point is just for some TV.
Just
drama
for some,
yeah.
They probably want them to fall.
Put in 8 hours of cake time, effort, overnight, and then all of a sudden you slip and it comes down.
Yeah, there's got to be somewhere on YouTube a compilation of all the cakes just.
Oh yeah,
just falling. Right.
Mhm.
How about this, Jay? This is from a texter. In terms of a request, I did not request this.
Okay,
you taking those requests, right?
You take a request for
Shake? Oh yeah. But I'm not taking. I already knew one of them. I thought you were gonna say it. Is the one I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Is it Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift, shake it off, baby. Shake it off. Shout out to the 209.
You know why? Because I told you a couple days ago. Remember, I said whoever wins the Whitey's Way Back quiz, I'm gonna start bringing back the celebration music. I had "Shake It Off" pulled for you.
For me?
Yeah. Because remember, I was playing the Eagles at first, but I was like, I can't do that now. Football season coming.
You know what song I want if I win, and this is easy. What is it? Young Money Trophies.
Okay.
With Drake and them and all that. Yeah, that's my jam right there. So cue that up for the day for me.
Shouts out to my apologies, bad job by me. One of the callers called in, and I saw somebody on the text line give me Eddie's name from the Temptations. It's Kendricks.
Oh yeah, Eddie Kendricks. Yeah,
I couldn't think of Eddie's last name. I don't know why, but that's who was that high pitched voice of the Temptations.
Yes. The A's, by all accounts, Drapes, Jay, dear listeners, you probably know they had a really good day on trade deadline day. They traded away Mason Miller, and I know I saw him some more again this morning, Jay. A lot of A's fans were upset. Like, this guy's 18, Mason Miller, you got him under club control. He's an all-star. What are they doing? But by all accounts, the experts say the A's had a big day yesterday, getting the number 3 prospect in all of baseball in Leo DeVries.
When and I wasn't here yesterday. When I saw the trade, immediately you think, what are we giving up Mason Miller to team? But when you see what they got back, not the number 3 prospect in the Padres organization.
Correct.
The number 3 prospect in all of baseball.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen, right? I mean, you're getting a bona fide surefire stud, a Mookie Betts down the road or somebody like that, you know? And so I get the attachment to Mason Miller, and you also get some rotation pieces, some pitchers, three pitchers back, you know, that aren't just, you know, schlubs. They're high in their farm system too.
Yeah, from MLB.com. Every time the deadline approaches, teams and the reporters who cover them try to warn fans, don't expect any huge prospect hauls. It's rare the way front offices are now to see a top 50 or even a top 100 prospect shipped out. There's too many moving parts, too much long-term risk, and the A's got the number 3 prospect in all of baseball. Of course, by the time he's here, I don't know if the A's will still be here, but who knows?
Right.
Who knows?
And I'm on The Athletic talking about Leo DeVries. The 18-year-old shortstop is currently at high A, but should develop into a star and be major league ready around when the A's move into their permanent home. Yeah. I hate that part of it, but a star?
Where that'd be in Sacramento, permanent home, Drapes?
Right. Yeah, maybe, right? It may be.
Did you check the cam today, the stadium cam, to see if there's anything new?
No, that's a good question. That's a great question. Athletics stadium cam, right?
Yeah. Whitey, I will say yesterday, we're talking about it, and all the fans, not all, but a lot of the fans that I had seen, no one was really upset about it. I went home, started looking a little more. I was really confused. So we must follow the same A's fans because, or we come across the same A's fans, because I did start to see a lot more say, oh man, this is how you tank a team. You trade a guy that you have control over the next 3 years. And I'm just like, man, this is still a reliever.
Right.
He is a closer. Right. And we're talking about, as Drape said, a top 5 prospect in the game for a reliever. Hey man, listen, I'd have got you a Uber Black.
I do think John Fisher, I think he leaves the baseball ops alone for the most part right now when they're building up the young team. I know when they've had in the past older players that are more expensive, yeah, he gets involved, like we're not paying Marcus Semien, whatever. But I think this was all the baseball ops people doing this trade. And I think it was a good one.
I think so too, because, you know, there's still a few years away from really contending. And, you know, this sets you up, you know, if you're talking about a top 5 player, top 10 player in the league in about 5 years or whatever it is, 4 or 5 years, whatever. Come on, man. And for Mason Miller, I hate to say it, but the squad's not going anywhere in the next year or two.
I think you're
you know what I mean?
Right.
You got to sell high while you can.
Yeah.
I think if you're the A's. So
yeah,
I'm okay. And this is different too, Whitey. This isn't a cost-cutting move or a contract arbitration situation or anything like
completely.
That. This is, like you said, a baseball ops kind of move. I think it's fine, man.
Anything on the stadium? Is it done?
No, you know what's so upsetting about the stadium, too? I'm looking at the A's ballpark cam, and the trucks are in the exact same spot as they were 2 or 3 days ago when we looked at it. The trucks aren't even moving, Whitey. The dirt pile's still there. The same white truck has been sitting there for like a week now.
Did you know that the A's turned off their comments on their social media?
I thought I had saw
done that for years.
Yeah, it's been a long time now.
When they're still in Oakland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weak, right?
I think so.
I mean, is John Fisher sitting there looking at the comments and then said, enough is enough. I can't do it anymore. Like, come on, man. Why tweet something?
We'll come back with a look at how strong the Kings offer for Kuminga really is and why some Kings fans, speaking of trades, are having a hard time thinking about the thought of trading Malik Monk. Next, Sacktown Sports.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Lowe's knows hot deals help you get the most out of summer. Get up to 30% off select major appliances and get it delivered as soon as next day. Plus, get up to 30% off select patio furniture, grills, outdoor power equipment, and more. These end-of-season savings won't last long. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Valid on eligible in-stock orders in select locations. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
It's Friday. It's Shake Day. Kyle Draper, I think, is going to make it. Playing hurt today.
Yeah.
He's popping pain meds at an alarming rate during the commercial break. No, I haven't seen you take any.
No, I took a couple of Tylenol. About to
there you
throw some Advil down. Alternate them. That's what you got to do.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard that doctors say you take one of each, and that is the best.
One of each? Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I've heard that from like inside hospital stuff.
Okay.
I don't know why it's supposed to work, but I hear that's what some of these doctors will tell you.
You got sources inside the hospital?
Right? Hospital sources. I do. I do. I'm telling you. That's what the doctors will say. Yeah.
All right. Sound like from personal.
I've tried it myself. I can't say that, it was great. But, when the sources.
One each.
Yeah. I got good sources when I hear that. It's like, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it. How about this in the YouTube chat from Torch? Says, it's stressing me out that they're trying to trade Monk. That's one thing we haven't talked about. We have all this Kuminga information coming out. Sam Amick talking about the Kings' latest offer involving Malik Monk and their 2030 first-round pick to the Warriors. I think it's kind of been a foregone conclusion that Malik's probably not going to be around, and so fans have kind of been bracing themselves for that. Fans love Malik Monk, but it just every indication is he's not part of the program going forward.
Does Monk out, Kuminga in, make you a better team right now?
Makes you a more balanced team. Gives you your roster's not as lopsided towards shooting guards.
Yeah.
It all depends on.
But that's like saying if you trade your best guard but you get a forward, well, at least you're not balancing, but are you trading away a key member? Are you hurting yourself cutting off your arm to save your leg or whatever it is.
Yeah, I
don't know.
I know. I just don't know that Malik is highly thought of by the current regime. That's what I'm getting at. That's
right.
It seems like he's
current
not.
administration. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Mhm.
You know, you're getting rid of your sixth man for a guy you expect to be a starter. I see. I get it. I just don't know. I got to see it play out. I'd hate, because here's the thing about Malik. I like the intangibles that he gives Sacramento, the swagger that he plays with, the compete level. When he's rolling, go back to that 175, 76 game against the Clippers. Him and De'Aaron both going off for 40 plus. Like when he's going, he's pretty damn good. And so now you bring Kuminga in? I don't know, Whitey. I'm sorry. I got to wait and reserve judgment, because it's not just about Malik Kuminga. It's what you do after that, really, to me, that says, what do you do with DeMar? What do you do with Keegan? You know what I mean? Now you got a log jam at the 3-4 or whatever. You got three guys that should be starters, but you can only start two. So I don't know, man. I got to see what else Scott has up his sleeve.
I think of the Beam team the year, that team that won 48.
Yeah.
I think Malik was the emotional core of that team, however you want to say it. He was the soul. I don't know. He didn't start, I know, but he brought an edge that they needed. De'Aaron Fox played hard and was very talented. He's a little cool. That's just the way he was. Domas played hard, but he was kind of understated sometimes. But Malik was in your face. And that team needed that. And it just seems like maybe this team doesn't need that, or he just didn't fit with what they were doing last year. It's almost like, in my opinion, almost like he's a fall guy for the fact that things didn't go well last year. And I don't think he was the problem.
Yeah, and you might be right too, because when I look at, Malik and his struggles, he was asked to do something that wasn't natural to him. You know what I mean? Especially when you bring in Zach and you try to ask him to do that too. That's too much, But can he be an elite six man? You know what I mean? If you return him to his regular role as six man, can he be elite in that role? Or how about this? The only way you getting Kuminga is if you offer up Malik. Warriors don't want DeMar. Clearly, they don't want Devin Carter. You don't want to part with Keon Ellis. Malik might be your only trade chip too.
Remember when we talked to Monty Poole a few weeks ago, and he was telling us that he spoke to that. And I believe he said that Malik Monk doesn't really help the Warriors. They don't really want him. So that's one of the reasons I was surprised when I read this. It sounds like, based on this reporting, Malik's involvement is not the issue. Sam says, no, it was the protection. That's the issue. I could see how, you mentioned can Malik be, would you say, an elite six man? He's, depending on your definition. I mean, he nearly was a six man of the year.
Right.
You don't get much more elite than that. And he didn't actually do it, but he was very good. So we know he can be a really effective six man, an energizer offensively and creator.
Yeah, he can. I wonder from a Warriors aspect, if you still have Buddy Hield on the squad, is that kind of too redundant in their eyes? Could they spin Malik off or something else? I don't know what the Warriors are thinking, man. I think they're trying to extract as much as possible, but
sure they are.
If you're the Warriors, let me ask you this. What are you looking for? What do you want from the Kings? Realistic. Keegan's you're not going to trade Keegan. Like, you want Keon, Malik? Like, what are you asking for? What fits what you're trying to do the best?
Yeah, maybe none of the players are really ideal fits, but it does. That's why it starts with the unprotected pick, right? If you're the Warriors and you look at that, like, man, if you get that, now we're talking. I don't know if they're going to get that, but I see why they're focused on that. As far as players,
ooh, yeah, see.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised they have no interest in Devin Carter because he's so young and he defends, but they don't.
Right.
No, I see your point.
Yeah,
it's almost like the default. Well, then
right. We don't want Zach, don't want DeMar. Like in terms of Zach, the money doesn't even work, you know, in terms of what they have to take back and give out and everything like that. So, what else do we have? You're not giving up Neek, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not giving him up. So it might be our only trade chip.
The other thing is, if this is true, and I don't doubt that someone told Sam this, he is reporting accurately. I just don't know if what they told him is true. If this is what the Warriors are looking at, then that means their price has come down because they wanted a young player, right? And they wanted 2 players and a first rounder, right? Wasn't that initially?
No, it was a young player,
yeah,
a first rounder, and no bad contracts, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Malik's not a young player, right?
No, he's not.
You know, and so maybe that's what they're. You know, what Warriors are trying to do is they're trying to clearly win the deal. You know what I mean? They're looking for somebody's SGA or something like that. You know,
they already look bad in this,
right? They're trying to save some face. You lose Kuminga, and if you get back a future or potential All-Star, then you look better.
Yeah.
Lose Kuminga and you get back a 6 man.
You get fleeced by the lowly Kings. Great humiliation.
Yes. So, but Scott Perry's playing around. I mean, he doesn't have to do anything. Like, we won Kuminga, yes, but are you willing to overpay, give up the farm or whatever? No. You know, there will be other, I think, you know, stars that are going to be available. You know, potential stars going forward.
Yeah, I know I said this earlier, but I know a lot of Kings fans are looking at this and going, man, the Warriors should take that. What's wrong with them? And even if they like this package, I don't think there's any reason for them to take it now because this is probably going to go on a while. Kuminga has till October 1st to make his decision. There's nobody else in the bidding. So if the Kings moved off their initial offer, if you're the Warriors, you look at that and go, maybe we can get them to come a little further towards us.
Right,
There's
keep
no
moving.
reason. All right, we'll take it.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense right now. And you're not up against it. What, October 1st is the deadline for Kuminga to make a decision. You know, if you're the Warriors, slow play this. You know, I get it. But conversely, if you're the Kings, I'm in no rush to overpay either. You know?
Yeah.
It may come down to the qualifying offer.
It is a good it's an interesting way to look at it. If you're the Warriors and you're stuck on this, and Kuminga is letting it be known that I will take the qualifying offer. If you're the Warriors, that would be bad, right? So the Kings might be your only way out of that. The Kings might be the only way, if you're the Warriors, where you can save face a little bit. And if you take a bad offer, then, it's humiliating. But if you can get something, like if you can get an unprotected first from the Kings, at least it's easier for the Warriors to go, we love this deal. Yeah, we couldn't say no to that.
As we get closer to October 1st, from a team standpoint, who's under more pressure? You know, who's the sense of urgency ratchet up? Kings or Warriors?
Certainly not the Kings, right?
Not the Kings, right?
Don't you think? I mean, they'd like him, but...
Right, unless they're hell-bent, this is our guy. But it's the Warriors. And so that's why if you're Scott Perry, all right, we're good, you know? And then Warriors come back to you September 25th. All right, we want to do yesterday's offer just went down. You know what I mean? Right, Wendy? You play it like that. So
now we got Daquan Plowden.
That's right. Now, let me ask you guys this. I've been seeing a lot about LeBron and unhappy with the Lakers. And, you know, he was on the yacht with Jokic's agent.
Yeah.
And I've been, frankly, tuning out a lot of the LeBron stuff this summer. Was he going somewhere else? Doesn't look like he is. But there are recurring stories suggesting he's unhappy with the Lakers.
Really?
So I started looking into that. And apparently he is feeling that the Lakers' transition to Luka should have been more, what's the word I read? Should have been more nuanced.
Yeah, a little more.
So he is a
little bit abrupt, if you will. Yeah.
So I'm not saying he's going to demand a trade or he's going to go anywhere else, but it does look like he's letting it be known he's not happy with the Lakers.
Yeah, it does seem to be.
Is it ego? Is it just?
And did you see the video of him or the post? Him working out in the Clippers facility and everything?
Yeah.
Is that a shot at the Lakers?
What I read about that was that his management company, they own that building, And they just hadn't switched out the logo. Like they bought it from the Clippers.
Oh, really?
They want their clients to work out there. But
come on, you know LeBron. He knows.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Put some paper or something over that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he's upset that he didn't get a heads up on the sale of the team. He's upset that they didn't give him a heads up on the trade. But apparently he's like, well, Luka's Luka, so I get it. But he is a little miffed, isn't he, with the Lakers?
It seems like it.
The way he lets it be
done.
a
little passive aggressive or whatever you want to call it. You know, it's he's not coming out and saying it or anything like that, but it doesn't seem to be all warm and fuzzy, you know, between LeBron and the Lakers. And, you know, who was it? Ramona Shelburne wrote a piece a couple of weeks ago about, you know, Luka's meeting with LA. And I believe this week is when Luka can sign an extension, right? And so this weekend coming up here, the 4th, I think it might be. And so
De'Aaron too, right?
De'Aaron too, De'Aaron too. And so it's clear that the Lakers are moving to Luka's team, not necessarily LeBron's team anyway. And he's having a hard time dealing with that, right? Yes.
So do you think he'll finish the year there? Do you think he'll be a Laker next year?
That's a great question.
I think if he goes anywhere this year, maybe next year, but Cleveland makes a ton of sense, right? To go back to Cleveland to wrap it all up, if he's going somewhere.
Do they want that, though? Because, you know, Cleveland ownership, Gilbert and them want that. I don't know. Or do you just ride it out? Like, the Lakers are going to be decent. I think they'll be a solid team. And you can move off Dalton Connect and maybe spend some other pieces and get another piece, too, if you want. Because I feel like Dalton Connect's sort of, you know, he's not looked at as, you know, favorable as before in the organization. And so if I'm LeBron, I'm staying, man. Go bow out gracefully. Don't, you know, it's okay to be Robin to somebody else's Batman, especially if it's Luka.
But he's the king.
I know.
Are you gonna be Batman? Robin's to somebody else Batman near LeBron?
Nah, I might retire.
Okay.
I might hang it out. It might be that time. It might be that. And here's the thing though. If he was ring chasing, I get it. He doesn't have to do that. He can literally.
I think I would if I were him.
What?
Seriously.
Ring chase?
Yes.
But Whitey, you know, if he ring chases, it's not going to measure up to Jordan. Like, because then the narrative, well, you had to go chase a ring. You're the third guy on this team.
Yeah, but down the road, people aren't going to look at it that way. You're
think
right.
so?
Initially, the next few years. But down the road, when people look at the records,
like
wow,
5,
he's the all-time leading scorer.
5 rings.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
What about the rumors that Dallas? He would go to Dallas. Him, AD, Kyrie when he gets back, Cooper Flag. Ooh, yeah. That's scary. You don't know?
I can see him going.
Klay Thompson shooting threes from the. Come on now.
I can see him going to the Warriors. He's always
can't be joining Steph's team. No,
always kind of been talked about playing with Steph.
Him and Steph.
Weren't they like born in the same hospital?
They were right in Akron, right out there in Cleveland, Akron. Yeah,
going back to Cleveland.
This
or
is for
maybe
you.
Next year, going to Denver.
If I'm him, I'm looking at the Eastern Conference. As weak as it is, go to Cleveland, like you said. That might be a cakewalk to the finals. He better not. Come on, dude. You bounced around too much already. Finish it wearing the Lakers.
With the Lakers.
Yeah, do this year, maybe next year, your last year or something like that. Don't be Cleveland. Nah. For the third time back in Cleveland? Nah.
It won't be easy for him, will it? To graciously, if he can, and gracefully kind of cede center stage to, all right, it's Luka's team now. He's never, ever had to do that.
Here's the thing, though. Even if it's Luka's team, LeBron's still going to get his. It's not like Luka going to average 30 and now LeBron's averaging 15. LeBron's still going to average 22, 23. That's not bad, dude. He's still going to add a ball a lot. He's still going to be in there clutch time. Like, being a number 2, it'd be different if he was going to Charlotte, being a number 2 to LaMelo Ball or somebody like that. No offense, Jay. You know what I mean? But you're going to Luka, a top 5 player arguably in the world. It's okay. It's okay.
From the 925, Braun has not lived up to his end of the bargain. Fake bubble ring is a joke. Back to that fake bubble ring.
Is that Daryl Morey's burner right there? I'm not going to entertain that. LeBron to the Wolves. How about that from the 925?
Would you want LeBron to join Sabonis to finish his career where he started in Sacramento?
First game, yeah, right? Kings fans, would they want LeBron right now? Right now.
Of course.
You think so, Jay?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
Really?
Yeah.
LeBron on his team.
Yeah.
Does he get you to the playoffs?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. All right.
Why wouldn't
It's
you?
not even a question.
Come on, man.
All right.
We're not in no position to be turning down LeBron James. Nobody on this team, LeBron James level.
I think Kings fans that actually weigh in on our YouTube chat and text line would say no to LeBron right now.
I think they would too. But I think if it was actually going to happen, they'd say, yeah.
Compio says, I'll pick him up at the airport.
There you go.
Uber Black.
All right. Somebody said, if the Kings won the bubble ring, I would be arguing it was the most legitimate ring until my last dying breath. Exactly.
Yeah. Daryl Morey, quote, had the Rockets won the title, I absolutely would have celebrated it as legitimate,
right?
Knowing the immense effort and resilience required. Yet, everyone I speak to around the league privately agrees that it doesn't truly hold up as a genuine championship. Perhaps the lasting legacy of the NBA bubble is that the NBA should be proud of its leadership at both the beginning and end of the pandemic, even though the champion will forever be marked by an asterisk.
That's terrible.
Does it make a difference because the Lakers won it?
I think so.
What if the Suns won? Would we have a problem with it that much?
I think the only reason to put an asterisk would be if somebody who wasn't very good, who just barely got into the bubble, if they won, it'd be like, yeah, that was weird. But the Lakers were legit that whole year.
Right.
The whole thing was crazy, I know, but they were a great team that whole year, and they won the championship. So to me, the asterisk is not for the championship, it's for the whole freaking season.
And here's the thing. They beat a hell of a team in Denver. That series with Denver, with Jamal Murray, playoff Jamal, and Anthony Davis, like that was a high level, highly contested series. And so, no, I mean, and our boy Tony Jones, he was tweeting about this as well, talking about how at the time the Lakers were on a roll, like they were killing it, one of the better teams in the league, like you said. So it'd be different if a fake team or a eighth seed or something won it, but if you're one of the best teams out there and you win it, come on now.
By the way, speaking of Tony Jones, if you haven't already, you might want to take a look at what he wrote about Kuminga.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
I did see that.
Okay, yeah. He said basically, if you watch them play, you understand why there's a reason he's on the bench as much as he is. Yeah. So just something to keep in mind going forward with the Kings.
Yeah. Regarding the Lakers, he said the Lakers started this season 24-3.
Yeah.
They won 14 of their final 16 before the shutdown. They were 49-13 at the shutdown. They were the best team in the NBA. So, yeah, it's.
Speaking of asterisks, I don't remember this. I saw it yesterday. Maybe you guys remember it. It was, let's see, the Spurs won in 99, right? The lockout.
Yeah, lockout year. Yeah.
And I guess Phil Jackson and Shaq said, oh, the Spurs, they should have an asterisk by that time.
Yeah.
So the next All-Star game, Phil Jackson's the coach, and he's standing there.
I saw that.
And the players are coming through the tunnel, and David Robinson comes through. Phil Jackson goes to shake his hand, and he doesn't shake his hand. He shakes hands with everybody else. Everybody else, but that was Phil Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, or nobody made a big deal. If that happened today, it'd be all over social media. I didn't know David Robinson had that in him. Let's see, people weighing in on LeBron James. LeBron as the Kings power forward would round out the roster.
There you go.
925 Kings contenders automatically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't need Kuminga at the 4 if we got LeBron.
But then I can't be the LeBron of Sacktown Sports, can I?
Yeah, you can actually ask him, and he might say,
yeah. He bestows it to me. Yes, you can have that. Yes. Oh man.
Do you put an asterisk by that Lakers title, Jay?
Yeah, because I'm a hater.
Yeah.
I'm a hater. Yeah, because it's the Lakers. And you look at it, I make the comparison of the 99 Spurs who beat the number 8 seed Knicks. Remember that? The Lakers beat the number 8 seed Miami Heat, right? And so I think when you look at both of them in a vacuum, I truly believe people hate because it's the Lakers that won, because most people don't like the Lakers unless you're a fan. A lot of people, LeBron definitely made some enemies jumping ship, of course, moving from Miami and Cleveland all over to LA. And then on top of that, it almost happened, is what you said. The Miami Heat almost won. Remember, the Suns went to the bubble, even though they didn't have no shot. They won 8 games.
Yeah.
So, you listen and you hear a lot of people say the Lakers are getting ready to probably break down, which, as you guys laid it out, Tony Jones laid it out, I didn't see that, but a lot of people talked about having the space, the recovery time for AD, the recovery time for LeBron. They took advantage of it, and they always look fresh. So I would say, in the grand scheme of things, no, but because I'm a Kings and I hate the Lakers, hell yeah, it's asterisk. I got no love for it.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird LA thing. 1981, they had the baseball strike, and they split the season up. It was a short season, and the Dodgers won World Series. 2020, the pandemic baseball season, they had the short season. Who won the World Series?
Lakers. Give me the Dodgers.
Yeah. NBA goes in the bubble. Who wins it all? The Lakers. They specialize. Their teams specialize in these asterisk championships.
Ooh, I see where you're going, Whitey.
You discrediting the Dodgers chips also?
Oh, absolutely.
Dang, okay. All right.
I like that. I mean, how close, Drapes, how close did you, as far as getting contact with the Celtics around the bubble? Like, player wise, organizational wise.
I wasn't down there though.
I know, but how, like, were you getting reports? Like, how close were you
not
to
really,
it?
not really. Everything was sort of on lockdown out there. Like,
got you.
No text from people inside, and because we didn't even send any media at all.
No,
no media was there. So
there were a
Sam
few.
says he was there.
Yeah, there were a few.
Yeah.
Because who did we have on? Was it Jared Greenberg or somebody like that went down there? And I remember we called and he was like, "It is absolute hell, fellas. Like, really? I'm in the hotel room because you had to sit in the hotel room for what, like a week or something before
when you got there.
Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, this is terrible. I feel like I'm incarcerated."
What's amazing is, I don't know if you guys know this, but they reported no cases of COVID in the bubble. Did you know that?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was 3 or 4 or 5.
I learned that. Learned that pretty
Damn, Jay, set me up, he said. That's all right.
I thought it was 1. Yeah. So I said, well, I'll push up by 1 or 2 and let Drake see if he'll, take the bait.
Yeah. I didn't know it was 0. Damn. That's pretty damn good. But it was, like you said, reported.
That's right.
That's reported cases. Come on, man.
0.
Come on,
Who was our guy? And why did it have to be the Kings? To go get the wings?
Oh,
Rashawn
Holmes. Yeah.
That's right. I got a text Rashawn.
That dude.
Rashawn, bro, that Yardbird was calling you up, brother.
The conversation continues. When we come right back and wrap things up, well, we'll get close to that on a Friday on Sacktown Sports.
You're not at your house. You're at a lavish seaside estate. You're not walking the dog. You're hunting for clues in an Agatha Christie mystery. See it differently with BritBox. Stream an endlessly entertaining collection of British TV, including new original series, Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
Bit awkward, really. I think I might just have solved a murder.
And Outrageous, a scandalous true story.
Seems there's a political extremist in every family these days.
See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 select models only.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-838-6767. That's 800-838-6767.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Tribe Guys on Sacktown Sports.
A request from Jay. Thank you, Jay.
Okay.
Flashback Friday. This just in from, actually, I think this was earlier today. Andrew Marchand says the NFL and ESPN reached a blockbuster agreement. You see this?
Yeah, I heard about this.
The NFL and ESPN reached a blockbuster agreement that will place many of the league's top media holdings with ESPN in exchange for equity in ESPN that is potentially worth billions. An official announcement is expected next week. Disney, ESPN's parent company, has its earnings call on Wednesday. ESPN and the NFL declining comment. Have you ever had the season ticket, the NFL season ticket?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's great.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What is that? It gives you every game?
Every game. Every game.
Yeah,
now it's on YouTube,
Come
and
on,
it's
like 400 or something like that, or even more?
I think it's a little less than 3 right now. I could be wrong.
It used to be that, though. It used to be about 400.
Did they drop it?
They dropped it over the years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for a while, they were giving it out. If you subscribe to DirecTV, you get
Right.
the league pass free.
That was right at the tail end. Yeah. DirecTV kind of being the boss of cable.
Let me ask.
You used to could write it off.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Can you really?
I didn't have a lot of success with that.
Every game?
No, you can't, but it's still great. I think football is the best to have that. I found that, and I love the red zone.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, is part of this deal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. But red zone, you get a sense of who's winning the games, but it's not the same as watching a game and getting a sense really of how good a team is. But you can't watch every game. To that point, that's why the leagues had to make a la carte available, because somebody said, look, somebody sued them and said, you're selling me every game.
Right.
I cannot possibly watch all of them because some of it's on at the same time.
Right.
So that's like a violation of something. And a judge said, oh, you're right. So that's why they had to make the individual games available.
Oh,
Some fan said, that ain't right.
Right. It ain't. Yeah. Okay.
But it is nice to have.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to have them all except the hockey and the MLS. I didn't have those.
How much of your football viewing is your team, which I would imagine you get locally, versus I want to see Jacksonville and the Panthers, Carolina, or something like I feel like, for instance, for me, let's say I'm an Eagles fan. I would invest because then I'd be able to watch my Eagles there. But if you're a Niners fan and you're in your home market, how much are you watching?
I think it was better, more useful to have that when the 49ers weren't very good, because then, like, let's say they had an afternoon game.
Yeah.
In the morning, you watch, I got to watch, like I've told you this before, the NFC East games. Those are great games.
Yeah.
So you watch those. Then you watch the 49ers, and then when they're getting blown out, in
right,
the
you switch,
second quarter,
okay.
you see what's going on with the Rams or the Cowboys or whatever.
Okay. All right.
But there's just so many games on now as it is with Thursday night and Sunday night and
Monday
without
and
the package. Although now you got what you're going to have more streaming options that you have to pay for. So
it's a sore subject, Whitey, because these streaming products keep going up and up and up. Every Peacock going up. Wouldn't be surprised if Netflix goes up again. Like, when is enough? It's killing.
That's what they're going to find out.
Yep. When the consumers say, nope, we're done. No mas.
And when is that going to happen with football? No time soon, right?
No time soon. Never. I don't even watch football like that anymore. Watch Niners when they're on just for work purposes.
Because you love the Niners. You don't like to admit it, but he loves them.
Nah, why do you got to understand? 10 o'clock on a Sunday, 1 o'clock. I'm out doing things. Who's at home? What happened to the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock window? 4 o'clock on Sunday, things are wrapping up.
1978 anymore. Those were the days.
Pull your phone out and watch it.
All right. But back in the day, man,
I'm with you.
You did church already. You went and hung out with the fellas, threw some football outside, and then you came home and watched the games. Now you got to wake up and start watching.
Do you ever listen to after our show, the JR Sports Brief show? It's a good
show.
A
little bit.
Yeah. I was listening last week, and he was talking about, maybe it was earlier this week, something with football. He was talking about how many guys are getting hurt now in the preseason even. And he was saying, oh, maybe they're playing too many games. And he said, boy, I sure missed 16 games. And I was like, I do too. Now it's 17. Yeah. I really like 16 a lot better.
Right.
I know it's going to 18, which is what JR said. Sorry about that, Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson.
Oh, that's a turnover too.
Well, here's the thing.
Ball fell off.
Like, I feel like,
yeah.
You broke Bobby Jackson.
I did.
That Dave?
Forgive me.
That's one of his props.
No.
Right?
I think I put that there.
You got to understand, people were going crazy for those back in the day, too.
Oh,
right?
I know.
I got an extra one down on the floor.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, really?
Emmer brought that in months ago. Yeah. You go ahead. Keep talking.
Go ahead.
I think we're fine, fellas. I think we're fine.
We're good. But here's the thing about the NFL we're talking about. So many games, so many streaming services. We thought, not us, meaning me, you, and Jay, but there were the narrative, when is oversaturation.
Right.
When it hasn't happened. It has not happened with the NFL.
Right.
Which is,
you have preseason games. You have the Pro Bowl, which isn't even a game.
Not even a game.
People still watch it.
Right. And so the thing about it, too, is, regarding the 17-game schedule, I feel like when you got a 17-game schedule, you got to do a little math. And you got to double check your math. You know what I mean? It's like 10-6. I understand that. But 9 and it's 9 and 8 this year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like it happens, right?
Do, yes.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Why?
Why do you can't do that? Don't take the good one and put it out and then replace the bad one.
It's just and
we're going to come back. Be like, oh, somebody wanted to buy that. And now it's the broken one in the box.
All it is the ball came off where it's glued there, and I will glue it. I'll just remember it, and it looks great. So
I need a little bit of Gorilla Glue.
That's right.
Ain't nothing major. It's nothing major.
Breaking things. Oh, I'm about to cop that then. Take it home and go fix it up myself.
There you go.
Yep.
It's yours.
Yep.
Did you, real quick, fellas, not to divert, you talked about Imran. I saw him post something, and he's like, oh, great, because he was on the show. He talked about it. He was going to Nationals this week in Chicago, Chi-Town, before he's going to KC. And he's like, oh, yeah, I sold the Jordan card. I sold this. I sold that.
Yes.
So I hit him back. I said, wait. I shot him a text. You sold the Jordan card. Is that the same one you were talking about? And he's like, yeah.
Dang.
I said, how much, man? Well, I didn't have to ask him because, Emory, he already tell me. $30K.
Wow. Damn.
30K for a damn card.
1985 rare Jordan card.
30K.
30,000. Just like, bam.
Straight to the palms. There you go. I mean, it was in cash, fellas.
What?
Sources, no need sources. Personally seen. It was in cash.
Huh?
Yeah.
30,000
That's
in
wild,
cash?
man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
A card.
Yeah, I know.
That is wild.
Yeah, a square piece of cardboard.
Man,
30,000.
A little bit of print.
Like Jay say, sell it. Sell it. Jay, you wanted to touch on something? Remember Jay texted us and said,
right.
Jay, you is it
moments?
You need some
I
time,
forgot
big
about
fella?
that.
You want to talk about something?
Yeah, but go ahead and finish what you. I didn't want to divert
No,
the
we
show.
ain't talking, man.
Okay.
We just killing time, big fella. I'm looking at the clock, man. Come on now.
No, man, I just wanted to thank you, fellas, real fast because we are a show of the community. We keep it rocking of the surrounding area. So I told her father I would do it. Didn't have an opportunity to speak to her, but I just want to give shouts out to my niece, man. London Ray Fowler. Shouts out to London Ray Fowler and her track club, Ruby Jewel Track Club, directed over and officiated by my guy Derek Burks.
Ruby Jewel
Track Club.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can go check it out, Ruby Jewel Track Club, I believe .org. But my niece, London Ray Fowler, and her 26 teammates are now down in Texas this week and this weekend, competing in the Junior Olympics. And my niece and 3 of her compadres, they have registered to run in the finals tomorrow for the 4x1 relay. And they made top 8 in the country out of 100 teams. Top 8 in the country, man. And they are slotted in the number 2 position.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
To she's All-American now, being a top 8. So got to give my niece some love. Shouts out to her parents, Tracy and Don Fowler, as well. Because we know his parents are on the show. It takes a little time, effort, and money to make sure that happens. But no, I just want to give them a shout out. Sacramento, get behind it. I know we talk about the Kings and the A's and the 49ers and the Raiders. Sometimes we talk a little high school. Had an opportunity to talk to Joe Davison today too. He'll be jumping on here within the next couple of weeks, but we have a lot going on here in Sacramento community. Just want to give her a shouts out. She is also registered as in the competing running for youth, Sports Illustrated's youth all-star athlete of the year. Also,
really?
Too, yeah, man.
Wow.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Sports Illustrated and Russell Wilson. They put out the youth athlete of the year. She is in the running for that, man. So just, shouts out to my niece, man. She's running fantastic 100s out there, running the anchor.
Yeah.
So we got to give her some love, man. Hopefully they can bring back the gold for the Junior Olympics tomorrow, competing down there, man. Shouts out
tremendous.
to them.
I got something too, and it pales in comparison to that.
No,
Jay.
no, never.
But I want to give a shout out to Brad Johnson. Brad Johnson, the former quarterback.
Oh, yeah. What you got?
Bucks. He is a contestant tonight in the national championship, which I think is supposed to be on one of the ESPN channels. Brad Johnson is one of the contestants. He earned a wild card berth into the National Papa Shot Championship.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
He's flicking that thing, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
And he said he had never lost. He was, of course, a great athlete.
Yeah.
Played in high school. And he said he had never lost. He drove to somewhere in Texas where they had a Papa Shot regional, and he said he lost, but he did well enough where they said, okay, we'll give you an at-large berth. But there's some guy who was from San Francisco who is in this thing, and he just demolished Pojemski, went head-to-head with Pojemski.
Oh, really? He beat up
and Papa
Pojemski?
Shot
Yeah.
Destroyed him.
Dang.
Like 111 to 81 or something.
So what does that tell you?
It,
You don't have to have
Not a
any,
thing.
not that right. Yeah, you got to have any
So-
basketball skilled
You guys ever play that?
all the time.
course,
All the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
Really?
It's because you got to be fast. You
Rhythm,
got to have like
yeah.
a rhythm.
Rhythm,
I'm actually
sure.
shooting it,
Yeah.
and not getting
Yeah.
points and
The video of this guy, he's just, to your point, Drapes, getting as many shots up as he can. And he says, you got to be like a machine. Every shot has to be the same. And you just got to get.
Can't
the
even
shots
think
you gotta
about it.
get.
Yeah, you just
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
dang.
So best of luck to Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
Man, who knew there was a national for that?
I guess there didn't used to be, and they brought it back last year. Somebody bought the whole Papa Shot, and it had fallen on hard times. They were selling like
Oh, really?
$300 a year. This guy buys the company. There's a story in The Athletic, and then it started taking off, and teams are buying them, for their clubhouses and things, and it's taken off. And so this national championship is the biggest one they've had in a while.
Play by play? Is there a spot for that?
I know. I'm
great
great question. Sign up for
question.
that.
I've got a
I'll have to see if I can find the highlights.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was watching competitive paintball on
Ooh.
ESPN today. Like
competitive.
I
paintball?
didn't know it was a thing.
Was that grab a flag or what?
No, you got the guns and you shoot, and you have to like try and tap a buzzer on the other end.
okay, so
Not
no
like
flag,
grab the
right?
flag.
Okay.
Yeah. You had to go like tap the buzzer or something on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and these like dudes were rolling around, you know, like it was serious.
Wow.
And the guys giving play-by-play on that. I didn't know that.
Have you guys ever played laser tag? It's not a
Of
sport.
course.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
laser
So
tag.
one time we had a radio event. We're playing laser tag, and you got green and you got orange.
Yeah.
And we start off, and our team's getting just we're getting dropping like flies, and we're like, "What's going on?" Turns out one of our own guys was shooting our guys because he's red green colorblind.
No way.
I don't know.
Yeah, like what the hell's going on here? Why are we getting our butts kicked?
I couldn't tell. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anything that moved, he was firing at.
And he was on the money. He's very accurate,
right.
but no, shooting the wrong side. Whitey's way back machine quiz next on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota hybrid. Check out the hottest deals on 17 Toyota hybrid models from the longest lasting brand on the road. And right now, get a low-cost lease on 2025 Prius. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care. That's 2 years of complimentary maintenance. These deals won't wait, and neither should you. With more MPG and a new Toyota hybrid, it's time to hit the road. Toyota, let's go places.
Offer available for TFS buyers with premium ready credit. Offers end date 4/25.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Cash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drapes, while you were nursing your tooth extraction area yesterday, we had quite a battle in Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz. Jay took on Ramsey, and Ramsey had a lead. He had the early lead. I think he was up 3-0, and Jay came all the way back and beat him in overtime. Jay
beat Ramsey?
Right, Jay? Jay came all the way back.
Man, okay, Jay.
He came back from the brink.
See, he's probably fat and happy right now, huh? He's probably feeling good about himself.
Call me Templeton, baby. Templeton the Rat from Charlotte's Web.
Templeton.
Remember you went to the fair and got fat and happy?
Yeah. Terrific.
That's hilarious.
So this is like a unification bout because you were the champ when you left, but Jay won yesterday.
Yeah.
So you technically still have the crown, but this is a unification bout today.
That's fine.
Wait, did he win an OT or did I win? Remember?
Nah.
I think I got
that was Tuesday.
Wednesday, son.
You won Tuesday.
An OT?
Yeah, because I wasn't here Monday, right?
Yeah.
You won Tuesday.
Nah, I thought you got one Tuesday. I got it Wednesday.
Okay, all right. You
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
All right.
That was a bubble question, huh?
Yeah,
Was
yes.
that
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Come on now.
All right, it don't matter. I'll just beat him outright. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Thank you. Yeah. Get it straight. All right, Jay. So Jay's on a little roll here. You're up first today, Jay. Everything in the quiz is related to something that happened on the state or is something that did happen on the state. Here's your choices, Jay and Drapes. This state, what year in the ABA? This state, what year in the NFL? This state, what year in boxing? This state, what year in injuries? This day, what year in PEDs?
Ooh.
And then we also have 1945 and home run heroes. So I know it's a mouthful.
I know, there's a lot
I can
to it.
run those down for you if you need me to again. Where do you want to start, Chad?
Let's go with Chicks Dig the Long Ball, Home Run Heroes.
1945 and home run heroes. It is multiple choice.
Ooh, good.
On this date in 1945, Mel Ott became just the third player to hit 500 career homers.
Man.
The question is, who currently leads all active players in career homers with 437? Is it Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, or Mike Trout?
Oh.
Who currently leads all active players in home runs with 437? Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, or Mike Trout?
I'm going Giancarlo Stanton.
He's got it. He's red hot. He's on a roll.
I saw that maybe a couple months ago. I didn't know he had that many home runs. He can really reach 500.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay up 1-0. KD, back to you. This date, what year? ABA?
ABA, give me,
All
come
right,
on.
all
You know,
right.
even it up here.
I was staying away from that.
Yeah, you get to hear it and decide who goes first.
Virginia Squires.
Trade Julius Erving to the New York Nets. This day, what year?
Oh, Jay can go first.
Jay, the Virginia Squires trade Julius Erving to the New York Nets. This date, what year?
I think it's 19.
Dr. J.
Yeah, to the Nets. I think it was 1968.
1968?
69.
Yeah, it was 1973.
Yeah.
1970. 1-1. From the Nets to Philadelphia. And
yeah,
and on to the Hall of Fame. Back to you, Jay. 1-1. This date, what year? The NFL, boxing, injuries, and PEDs.
Let's go PEDs.
This day, what year in PEDs? Months after
Rafael Palmeiro.
Well, you're right, but that's not the question.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Months after emphatically telling Congress he does not use steroids,
Right.
Rafael Palmeiro suspended for taking steroids. This date, what year?
Ooh.
Months after telling Congress, I have not done steroids, Rafael Palmeiro
Let
was
Drapes
suspended
go
for
first.
taking steroids. It
Let
happened
Drapes
this
go
date,
first.
what year?
This date, what year? I'm going to go 2005.
That's right.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, he got that one,
was
bro.
good.
That was dope. That was it. I got to give you some love on that one.
Thank you, bro.
Man.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
Rafael Palmeiro did not make any friends because when he was caught, he failed a drug test. He said he got a bad B12 shot from Miguel Tejada. So then,
Miggy.
yeah,
I know.
let me throw somebody else in.
Right,
the
let
bus.
me out him.
Yeah.
So I don't get that partially because I got Palmeiro. And I'm
Nah, that was a good one, though. That was good.
Yeah, if you got that partially, he'd have to get a partial for the Virginia Squires.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
So Drapes, you're up 2-1, and it's back to you. This date, what year in the NFL? This date, what year in boxing? This date, what year in injuries?
Let's do boxing.
All right. Mike Tyson outpoints Tony Tucker,
Tony T.
becoming the first to simultaneously hold the WBC, WBA, and IBF heavyweight titles. This date, what year?
Jay can go first.
Jay, what do you think?
Oh,
Mike
that's
Tyson. Mike Tyson outpoints Tony Tucker,
Tony T.
becoming the first to simultaneously hold the WBC, WBA, and IBF heavyweight titles. This date, what year?
I'm off 1 or 2, and Drapes might know it exactly.
With a 2-1 lead. It can be dangerous to ask Jay a boxing
see, 1986.
1986.
That's a great guess, Jay.
Over to KD.
87.
1987.
Ah! That's a great guess. I was probably going to say 86. I knew it was right around there. I'm like, 85 is a little too early. Yeah.
Dang.
Down 3-1, Jay.
I was right there, brother.
So hold on. I got him on boxing and baseball. So I'm just letting everybody know. Jay's 2 sports. I got him.
Man, I was right there.
Yeah. But this historically is when he's at his best.
Oh, yeah. The comeback kid.
Yeah. So, Jay, this date what year in the NFL? This date what year in injuries? Jay down 3-1.
NFL.
All right. This day what year? The Seattle Seahawks play their first game ever, hosting the 49ers in a preseason clash at the brand new Kingdome. This day what year?
Let Drapes go first.
What do you think, Drape? Seahawks, their first game ever. They host the 49ers in a preseason clash at the brand new Kingdome.
1971.
1971.
It was after that. 72.
1976.
It was after that.
We still got a ball game here.
Shoot.
I was going to say about 78-ish.
Yeah. 3-2. I think they came into the league the same time as Tampa Bay.
Okay.
So it's over to you, Kyle Draper. We have this day what year in injuries?
Let's go.
Yeah, you could win it here, or we could be going to overtime.
Oh, man, the pressure.
Paul George.
Oh, PG, baby.
Sustains a terrible compound fracture of his lower right leg during a Team USA scrimmage. This date what year?
Part of me wants to guess this. Part of me wants to go for it.
He can guess it, or he can throw it to Jay and then try to scoop and score.
I'm going to shoot that over this way.
I'm going to guess it.
All right.
Shoot that over here, baby. PG, that's my guy.
Paul George sustains a gruesome compound fracture of his lower right leg during a Team USA scrimmage. This date what year?
And they were in the PG-3s, I believe.
Oh, the 3.
For the win.
I believe that. I should check
2016.
2016.
Oh, no. Way before that. 2015.
It was 2014.
Damn, time flies, bro. You know when you get older, it's like,
Yeah.
So that was the USA. That was the World Cup.
That was the middle one, right?
Yeah. Damn.
It is 3-3. We go to overtime.
You want to flip something?
Who's got a coin?
We don't never have no coin. Nobody ever has coins,
Come
man.
on, bro.
Hey, use of technology around here.
What's
this?
The pen.
And
theory.
what
What we doing here?
If it's pointed that way, it's him. If
Okay.
it's pointed that way, it's you. And I will flip it, and it's like, this is the
the
line.
Mendoza line. Oh, come on, Whitey.
It is pointed that way.
Come on.
JK, okay. Nah, hold up.
Wanna look? See?
Oh, all right.
Okay. Good?
Yeah.
All right, Jay.
What is
Put them
this?
away, Whitey.
It is a closest to.
Oh, of course it is.
All right, let Drapes
Come
go
on.
first.
This date, 1941, Drapes. The Yankees' Lefty Gomez sets a major league record for most walks allowed in a shutout. With how many? 1941.
Yes.
Lefty Gomez, major league record for most walks allowed in a shutout. With how many? Jay came from down 3-0 yesterday and won. Can he do it again today? We'll see. He's got a shot.
Is the record still standing?
I believe it is, sir. Based on my research, yes. The record for most walks allowed in a shutout. Lefty Gomez, this date, 1941. 10. Jay, what do you think?
1941?
Yes, sir.
10?
10 walks.
This
Greg
is the
says that's a
record.
record for most walks in a shutout.
It's just stab in the dark.
The game comes down to this.
I like how you
answer.
just a nice circle number too.
I have no idea.
That's a lot too, because 41 he probably threw the whole game. Ooh.
Well, yeah, because it was a shutout.
Yeah. But I'm saying he threw probably 400 pitches. I'm gonna go 9.
The answer is 11. Hey, Kyle Driver has pulled off the win.
Can I get my music?
Come on,
Can I get my music?
Unbelievable.
On,
sensational
man. Are we
matches.
serious about
Where's
this,
my
man?
music?
I might not put that up on this one, man.
Quiz.
Come on, man. Are you serious? Dang, I should have won 11 just because it was old.
Yeah. Hey, records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo?
He didn't get the memo, guys. He didn't get the memo.
Did you ever think he might do it, Drapes?
What?
As he came back, did you ever
I thought he had this one. When it was the closest to, I was like, oh my gosh. I almost said 9 too, and he might have went 10.
I would have went 10.
9.
Yeah, I'd have went 10.
So I was like, let me go to 10.
I figured 10 was right. It was either 9, 10, 11.
Guess.
Yeah, it was,
Come
man.
out with 10.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. Very good guess.
Yeah. I needed that one, boys. I needed that one. Thank you, Jay.
Feel better, Drapes.
Thank you,
Will
guys.
See you Monday?
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
see.
Yeah. Hope to see you. Thanks for being with us. Stick around. Golf to go is next. Sacktown Sports.
You did not have nothing left to prove. Nah, this for me though.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe.